Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Speed Weeks, presented by Advent Health, returns to the World Center of Racing. February 11th through from Daytona 500 qualifying and the Duel at Daytona to the Craftsman Truck Series, ARCA Menards, and the United Rentals 300. It all leads to the 68th running of the Daytona 500 on Sunday, February 15th. Don't miss a moment. Upgrade with the Hard Rock Bet Fan Zone for the ultimate race day experience. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com or call 1-800-PIT-SHOP.
For everyone at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Come face to face with more than 800 animals. Discover new lions and sea hyenas like never before at our largest, most immersive animal habitat expansion, Lion and Hyena Ridge, opening this spring. Then feel the rush on 8 thrilling coasters and let the good times roll at Mardi Gras with bold flavors, live music, parades, and beads for all. Busch Gardens, where wonder meets wild fun. Eat free with a ticket purchase. Hurry, offer ends soon. Tax and service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
we called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
They came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
I'm Rebecca. I was injured in a car accident and hired one of the big TV law firms. They sent me to an injury clinic that I felt just wanted to make money off me. I needed an attorney and doctors who cared about me. I called attorney Glenn Klausman, and he helped me get the best doctors who really helped me. I was extremely pleased with my settlement. He also got me $10,000 for vet bills for my dog that was injured in the accident, and he did that for free. Call attorney Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. Glenn Klausman, office, Winter Park.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Reward yourself or someone else with a luxury pre-owned Rolex from International Diamond Center.
They're in pristine condition. Everything's been authenticated.
That's IDC's Brian LeClaire, who scours the world to find the highest quality Rolex timepieces. Immaculate, well cared for, flawless.
You're going to find that the quality and overall condition of the watches looks very much mint, the way that you'd want it. You're not going to see the difference when you shop at IDC between the ones that you'd get at your authorized dealer and what we have here.
And unlike the authorized Rolex dealers, IDC has all the models you want ready for purchase.
You want a Pepsi? We've got it. You want a Batman? We've got it. You want a Sprite? We've got it. You want a Bruce Wayne? We've got it. You want a Submariner All-Gold? We've got it.
Exquisite pre-owned Rolex watches at the best prices you'll find anywhere.
We know what the pricing looks like in the marketplace around us, and we know that we completely obliterate the competition when it comes to the pricing.
Find the Rolex of your dreams today at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. Lots to get to today, from ice retreats in Minneapolis to 2 words on the Blackboard cause chaos for a teacher, and Florida braces for possible snow as temperatures drop, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday. That's right. It's when you spread the word about this show. You say, hey, I like this station. I like this podcast. I like this live stream. And I want to tell you about it. And that person will go, this is a Wendy's.
Let's go.
What are you doing right now? We want you to spread the word, and you can also do that by going to thenewsjunkie.com/share, following us on various social media platforms. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
How about you?
Okay, it's a little cold outside. I don't want to whine about that too much.
Big time.
You are in a shirt.
Yeah.
Is
you got the heater
heaters
barely.
in there?
The studio is what I call a microclimate. It is always perfect in here, no matter what. I don't know why.
I usually don't expect that out of a garage.
No, the garage. What are you talking? I said the studio. I said clearly is
the artist
video,
formerly known as Garage.
an audio production studio here, and never to be referred to as that. But yeah, it's always beautiful in here. But when I woke up, it is one of those mornings. Sorry to all you folks who are actually dealing with real cold and snow and ice and all of that, and Florida whining here. But it was one of those mornings where it's like, it's so cold, it would be so easy just to stay right here. Just
you bet your butt.
Just in the sheets with a comforter over my head.
Trash day in my neighborhood where it was, highly difficult to bring anything out there. I'm like,
oh, God.
Trash people aren't going to come by, are they?
No,
but I do
too
have
cold.
to get rid of this, and it's frozen. So here we are. Carl did all of a quarter of a block walk before he turned around with his tiny little butt and went back into the hothouse.
Oh, Lexi was begging to go outside.
Really?
Yeah, Lexi
Once she
loves
got
the cold.
outside, though? Oh, loved it?
She zooms faster.
Huh.
It's like she gets supercharged when it's cold out.
Quarter of a block for Carl is still
Half a
17
mile.
miles.
Yeah.
Still,
Without a doubt.
He's like, way down there, my little legs. It's tough. It's very, very tough for him. Okay, here we go. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to New York City.
New York City.
Get the rope. Let's see how things are going over in New York City. How are they taking the weather up there? How you guys handling things with the snowfall? Let's tune in. A massive snowball fight breaking out at McCarran Park in New York City. People making the most in
There's
Brooklyn
some good balls going.
of the winter storms they're experienced. I remember one time.
Not that lady.
When I was a little kid, and we went back to Vermont as we did so many times. You know, I was born in Vermont, stayed in Vermont till I was about 6, and 6 and change, moved down to West Palm Beach, Florida, and then moved around from there. But we would go back all the time, usually in summers, to Vermont. But we went one time during Christmas. We only went one time that I can remember during Christmas. And I was maybe 10 or 12 years old at the time. And I remember it so clearly and vividly because even though when I was little I was there, I didn't have a lot of experience remembering snow and stuff. And I remembered it. And all I wanted to do was go outside and make a snowman.
Oh, yeah.
And I went outside as a little kid. I bundled up. My parents said, we put on all this stuff. And I went outside to make a snowman. And I had watched all these movies and TV shows and cartoons about making, characters making snowmen. And I didn't realize how disgusting and sloppy.
Tedious. To make even the bottom part of the snowman takes forever.
The snow I'm getting is from the side of the road, so like cars splashing, some of the water gets on the
There's
dirty.
fecal matter in that for sure, right?
It was the most disgusting snowman you've ever seen in your entire life. Like there was no white on the entirety of the snowman. He was gray.
I had a similar thing. I think I was in about 4th grade, and we had gone to Massachusetts for Christmas, and I had never seen snow before. Not falling, not stationary, nothing. And we on the way stopped for lunch at a Burger King, and there was snow on the ground. And I was so excited that I didn't want to even be in the Burger King. I wanted to go outside and play with the snow. I wanted to go out to this like dirty ass bench outside the restaurant that had a bunch of snow on it because I wanted to build a mini snowman. And that was my first realization that snow was not always as glorious and glowing white as it is in the movies when you're building the snowman. This was
like
gross,
urine.
trashy dirt snow.
Yeah, I thought you would just eat it. I thought you would just pick it up like a snow cone and just eat the snow and go, wow, this is fantastic. Just vile. But they're all having fun, making the most of it out there.
I think we all needed a little bit of levity and lightness, and to remember that, we're all community and we can look out for each other and look after each other.
What is this?
I wish you would have been knocked right in the face with a snowball.
I love it. I love that people brought music. I just got hit in the head.
They're winging him by this guy. He's
But
he's
the
doing
guy-
an interview. He's like, woof, 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 woof.
Right in front of him, unfazed, ready to get hit by a snowball. That 6-foot man.
I do like how the community's coming together. It's trying times out there. People are hyped up and angry about things, but every once in a while, there's something that brings us all together.
How often do you think this guy hears that his mom is a hoe?
Joe Ho, probably.
He was called a hoe so many times.
What? That's a short little name. Five characters. That's Joe Ho, New York resident, says, I just got hit in the head. It's just awesome.
Joe Ho sounds like a neighborhood in New York. Like a shortened
it
borough.
does, actually, yeah. Well, there you go. All right, I wanted to use that to segue into this because there's something that I saw yesterday. Courtney was watching this, and she goes, is this really something that people do? And I said, no, this is ridiculous. And, I get worried about Courtney from time to time. For instance, moments ago when I went outside of the studio, she was taking a picture of a banana and eating a breakfast. And I said, why are you taking a picture of a banana? And she goes, it was in the most beautiful position. Then I was
Heart of gold. Heart of gold, that Courtney.
Somebody hit this woman with a snowball. So please, we need something to happen here.
Let's see the picture and decide ourselves. Maybe it wasn't a beautiful position.
It's a banana, woman. What's happening?
She's an artist.
She is. I think it's stuck in her bones somewhere. But so anyways, she shows me this video. She goes, is this a real thing? And I said, it's a real thing, all right. It's a real thing meant to get views online and stir up an aggressive conversation. And so here's what prompted this, all right? I'll put this up on See It Now during the break. But there's this mom with her little kid. And the video that's gone mega viral, well over 1 million views, as a lot of people are covered in snow and stuff. It says, the first thing I do in a snowstorm to keep my son safe. And the woman puts together in a closet a little bed for her son. And then she puts a whistle around her son's neck. Right? She puts a whistle. He's in his Minecraft pajamas. She's got him set up in the closet now. She puts a whistle around his neck. Now she cleans the space on his arm to put a sticker where she writes a phone number. It says, if lost, please call. All right? So, Courtney goes, why would she do this to this kid? Is this something that people in snowstorms do?
It's not a tornado.
Yeah, I said, that's what I said. I said, if there was an EF5 beelining for your house and there was nowhere you could go, you might do this. Yeah. If there was a Category 5 storm and you're on a barrier island and you're stuck, you might do this.
You have surge coming through and your house is going to be flooded. That makes sense.
You might put a little life vest on your kid or something, and you might do this. But I said, I'll throw it out there to the winter people, to the people who have been buried in snow. I think this is nonsense. I think it's meant for engagement.
Yes.
She then takes out a little air tag on a bracelet and puts the air tag in a bracelet and then puts it on her kid's wrist so she can track him if the snow blows
in the closet.
Oh, and it gives him the $300.
She gives him a thing of $300 cash, which she wraps in aluminum foil.
Okay.
Then she takes a debit card and puts it with the PIN number on the back of the debit
And
card.
put the pin on the internet.
No.
Right, like nobody actually, and I'm saying this to
Someone's
going to
kidnap that kid, I'll tell you that much.
To our winter friends. I'm saying no one
Get a
really
payday.
does this, right? Like no one says, okay, there's a snowstorm coming. You're sleeping in the closet tonight. I'm going to put our phone number on a sticker on your arm, and I'm going to put an air tag on you and a whistle around your. It's like traumatizing the little kid. What is going to happen? Is the snow going to blow him away?
And the parents away?
Well, what possibly would you prepare for that?
No.
What is going on?
This is
here?
100% rage bait. They do it a lot with food where they take a steak and they cover they like cover it in ketchup, and then we're like doing a ketchup poached steak, and we're going to cook it on high for 6 hours, and it's going to be just this brick of flavorless nothing, and they're like, or sometimes the recipe doesn't even finish, and you go to the comment section and it's like, I wish I could get those last 8 minutes back.
Sure, like the 5-minute crafts. Have you seen it? It's like it takes 5 minutes, but you also have to have 14 power tools.
Because the video keeps people watching and engaged to try to see what happens at the end.
Yes.
And then after they watch the full video and it restarts, then they go comment, and the algorithm is like, this person watched the whole video and then left a comment. This must have been good.
Yeah.
Elevate this piece of crap.
There is a talent to doing this, but you are a douchebag.
Sure, look at the
Yeah.
kid. Look how annoyed he is already.
Yeah, I
He's
don't get
turned
it.
around. Why do I have to be in the closet for this, Mom? Okay, fine, $300.
The only thing I do like about this video is it does look really fun to be in that little closet fort.
way.
I loved
Okay,
a good
Harry Potter.
like a makeshift bed when I was little. I don't know. It was
I
like
would be traumatized. I slept in a closet one time during Hurricane Andrew, and I still remember it to this day with a little weather radio next to me. And I was like, are we dying? And we're in there with a mattress in the closet. This is
to
what
be
this
fair, a
lady's
lot
doing.
of people died. In Hurricane Andrew.
Not me. This lady's doing this during a snowstorm. And somebody says she should be investigated. This is a helicopter mom at her worst. A lot of people are saying
get kidnapped, knowing that not only you get the child, but also $300 in cash and a debit card with
True.
PIN. written
True,
on it.
yeah. It says a snowstorm is already starting. This is her post that millions of views. And I'm doing everything I can to keep my child safe in case of an emergency. Prayer emoji. Hoping all kids stay safe and sound. And then, money in a aluminum foil, in a Ziploc bag, a backpack, and all kinds of extra stuff stored for the kid and rolled up, flashlights, emergency foods in the backpack for the kid.
Are you not going to be with your child?
Yeah, are you abandoning him?
Quick question. Is he by himself moving forward? I feel like they just packed up and went to a hotel.
Like, I almost think, I don't know. At the end, he's laying down with his whistle and with all his stuff on him and surrounded by like all these emergency supplies, and she's patting his head.
Right.
There's a snowstorm
Goodbye,
coming.
son. See you later.
Like, I feel like this could have been similar.
The internet is your mommy now.
This could have been similar to the Netflix guy who climbed the building, like how he prepared his kid for his
just put
departure.
a baby in a backpack, obviously, and then
There you go.
It's the same as normally climbing a mountain. You just have a baby in a backpack.
Yeah. Obviously, they'd have their own rappel rope, and we'd get down, and that's how babies rappel off mountains. Next question.
I just want to throw it out there. I know none of us have, like, I've been through what was the worst winter snowstorm in like 30, 40 years or whatever in Chicago. And I don't remember anybody talking about anything like this. Nobody ever said, all right, you got to like duck and cover. Sealand saying tornado is, yeah, okay, a tornado definitely, you don't know what's going to happen. You could get blown away or
I don't
something.
even know how often people do that for tornadoes. You know,
I don't think nearly. I think this is a mom.
Like, how often? I mean, maybe in like the middle section of America where there's a lot more tornadoes. If you live in like a Kansas or Oklahoma, and the air raid sirens start going off, the tornado sirens, and all right, get the phone number, write it on his wrist. But
you don't just leave your child.
No, that's
the prep
weird.
should be parents preparing, including child, not just like, bye, kid, you're in the closet. Who knows when you open it up? We'll be here.
I don't like it. I don't like this either. Look, she's weird. What's wrong? She sent me a photo of the banana.
She did it in black and white.
That's a okay.
She took a photo of the banana.
Now this makes sense. I love that.
I don't.
She's gonna draw it, isn't she?
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what to do with it. She said the banana was beautifully positioned, and now she's got an artistic rendering.
Question: was that your banana or her banana?
This was her banana.
Y'all just leave it on the counter like that?
No, she has it for breakfast. She's got it in the shell. It's like, on the napkin.
The
or whatever.
shell, huh?
Yeah. It's in the banana shell on the napkin, so it's protected from the counter. She's not raw dogging it. Boy, raw dogging used to mean something totally different.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it is beautiful. I love how it's.
She's strange.
I don't know. That's Courtney in a nut peel.
Courtney,
Yeah.
I dare you to leave it there for 4 weeks.
Nope.
See how beautiful it truly becomes.
Nope. I'm just saying, if you need me, I'll be in a closet with my makeshift little emergency setup.
You gonna do the little Harry Potter room?
Yeah. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna put my phone number on my arm.
407.
Get an air tag. Look. What happens? The winter snowstorm goes through, and then afterwards you activate the air tag, and you're like, good thing I put this on my son.
Yeah, my parents are dead, and so are their cell phones, but I guess we'll see what happens.
The world has been destroyed.
I have $300 cash. Let's see where I can get from here.
I do want to throw it out, though, to those folks who have dealt their whole life with snowstorms. Is this at all normal? Is it like there's 300,000 likes on it? Somebody must agree.
Shane says this mother has to be divorced already.
I think there's a flavor of content for social media. It's going to trigger some people. I understand.
Trigger warning.
All right. There's a flavor of content for certain people online who also think like little kids are being abducted around every corner and sold into sex slavery and stuff. And I don't know if you guys have seen this brand of content where they go, when I park, I put a piece of chalk on the top of my tire to make sure nobody has like done anything with my vehicle. And then when I go, if you go back to your car and somebody has placed a soda can on the sidewalk, it means that they're scouting out your vehicle to possibly abduct you to sell you into sex slavery. There's a portion, a lane on the internet that's like that. I think it's like fear porn kind of. And I think this is playing to that. That's my theory. But let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. Spent way too much time on a kid in the closet.
I was going to say, man, you're complaining about this idea of rage bait or fear porn, and it has gotten at least 12 minutes out of us.
Yeah, here it is. This is it. Oh, I did want to show you guys this since we started off yesterday with the Taipei 101 thing and the Netflix guy climbing the building. My favorite response to this has been, in Taiwan, where this guy climbed live on Netflix this past weekend to the very top, crazy to look at, sends your stomach spinning and all that. Now people who watched it and who live in the area have taken to showing up at the building, and they're trying to climb it themselves, but all of them like try to get on the first floor and fall off.
It's insane. He didn't make it the first time.
They can't even pull themselves up to the first floor. All these people go out there and they're like, I'm climbing it next. And they could barely get on the building from the edge of this thing. Folks, if there ever was a don't try it at home thing, this is it. Yeah, this is the category.
Well, you can't really try it at home unless you live there.
Don't try it at all, okay? Yeah, no, you're right. Don't try it in the slightest, please.
It's wild.
Quick break. We're going to be back in just a moment. We have so much to get into. Potential snow coming to Central Florida. We got more about Minnesota and the ice things there. We've got celebrities weighing in on this. We got a TikTok backlash, and it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
Traffic still a little bit backed up on I-4 heading through the city, and you're going to get caught up in delays through that Celebration area. Just look out for an accident off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound near State Road 429 getting cleared up. Other than that, you won't be running into anything tying you up or slowing you down on the major roadways. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Whether you're new to nursing or looking to advance your degree, Rasmussen University offers a range of programs to help you answer the call for nurses. Because when you're ready to care for others, we're ready to help you get there. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
From rock legends to modern icons, Lake Nona Live Tribute Festival unites every genre for a day of music, fun, and memories. One stage, endless hits, one unforgettable day for the whole family. Join Jack Bradshaw from The Jim Colbert Show at the ultimate outdoor music experience as Lake Nona Live Tribute Festival brings the biggest hits of every era to the lawn at Boxey Park on February 7th from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. with a special kids village from 1 to 6 p.m. This family-friendly festival features top tribute bands performing the songs you know by heart, paired with great food, drinks, and plenty of space to relax, dance, or simply take in the music. Come early, stay late, and make a full day of it. Re-entry is permitted, so you can take breaks and return throughout the day. Get more details at realradio.fm/events.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Guys, you know what? If your T is low, you got low testosterone, it's time to get your edge back with Red Mountain Weight Loss. And if you get Red Mountain Weight Loss and get on testosterone therapy, they're going to give you 1 month of a GLP-1 weight loss medication for absolutely free. That's a $299 value. Hey, man, it's worth it. If you're getting older, it doesn't mean that you got to, feel old. Prescription testosterone restores your get up and go, and it'll have you feeling like you're 20 again. Gain more muscle and less effort in the gym. You're going to feel better, you're going to sleep better, and you're going to love a little bit better, if you know what I mean. It's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Don't be fooled. Nothing boosts testosterone. Gonna get ripped, so this month get your free
Creamy!
$299 value.
There you go, buddy. It's only Tuesday.
Your video appointment today.
Creamy sharing the show. That's what's going on. Welcome behind the scenes. The show is back live in a matter of minutes. When I'm sitting over here, we're live doing the show, and you're actually watching us on a bit of a delay. When I'm talking into Skull Mike, well, I'm right here live with you. So hello, everybody. Hello, Maya. Hey, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Charles. Tanya, hey, how you doing, Tanya?
Today. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make it safer and healthier. Leaf Home Water Solutions is
Good to see everybody. If you're new around here, we do this every single weekday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can hang out with me, go through the most viral news of the day. Just hit that subscribe button, please. I got to change the poll to the last poll, but I'll check it during the next break to see what won, Saturday or Sunday. Hang on, I can do it now.
To make our family's water safer with Leaf Home Water Solutions. Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com
Okay.
and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off.
Okay.
Leafhome.com.
Checking the poll. Sunday won. Okay, so now we just have to, I'll change the poll in a bit to reflect this. But now we just have to pick what time bracket on Sunday. So we're doing Sunday, this Sunday. It's our very own Super Bowl. An after show stream, a bonus stream unlocked by you this Sunday. I'm washing my hair Sunday? Perfect. We could do that together. Yeah, we'll do it on stream. It'll be great. What's the temp in the studio? I think it's 73 or so. It's always absolutely gorgeous. 72. It's 72 in here. It's just always perfect in here. It's like a nice little cocoon. It's cold inside the, the restaurant there. It's not a garage, Jack. It's not a garage. It's a studio. This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited. It's a studio, okay? Do you see? There are walls. There are cameras. There's equipment everywhere. Look at this thing. It looks like the Hubble telescope, for God's. Does this look like something that would be in a garage? All right, 90 seconds and we're coming back live on the show. Chat, it's time for you to make your bets. Do you think it will snow in Orlando? Will we get any snow in Orlando? Yes or no? Yes or no? The long guy better get this done right now. Get it out of your system. Get it done. Flurries or furries? Orlando, no. Tampa, yes. Flurries count, by the way. If you're thinking that flurries will fall in Orlando, that absolutely counts. Come on, pal, wrap it up. Here we go. Oh no. Copyright. 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 Copyright.
Find a new world of alternative.
Hold on.
Nirvana, Atlantis, Pearl Jam, Weezer, No Doubt, and more. With your free weekend. Your favorite era? Just a tap away. Open the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Tuesday, you're in the world's most viral newsroom. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. Learn more about the show. Subscribe to the podcast over on the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. I want you to place your bets. Legitimately, put your bets down right now. Do we think, because this is the theory, that it's going to be snowing in Orlando or even further south? Like, I don't think we'll have flurries in West Palm Beach. That would be crazy. That would be like that. If we woke up and there was like snowing in West Palm Beach, upside down, right side up, all of that stuff.
That would be insane. So are we saying that we for sure know it's going to happen north of Orlando?
Well, they said that there's a story. I'm looking at one here that says flurries are possible north of Orlando. Florida,
how far north?
That's a good question. Let me bring it up here.
Because I didn't mention this yesterday when we were talking about like the weather and how cold it is and how the weekend is going to play out. But normally, and I'm not, the Jackson's not really ready for this kind of trip yet. But normally, this is the weekend, Pro Bowl weekend, that I would go camping in the National Forest.
Yeah, right. With the toilet, the makeshift toilet.
Yes, the thing I can't say, and or actually just did once and had to get dumped. But
I get it.
Yeah, the weekend of the Pro Bowl is when like everybody goes, and Ashley keeps checking the weather app and going, oh nope, no. Wonder if anybody's even going.
Yeah, it's cold. Frigid temps are moving into Florida this week, bringing a chance for flurries to even Orlando. Everybody, flurries to Orlando. West 2's chief meteorologist Tony Manalfi says one model hints at snow flurries north of Orlando. I'm not sure what her name is, but she's saying there's snow flurries coming north of Orlando. Wednesday and Thursday will continue to be very cold after lows in the upper 20s and the 30s. Now, again, for those of you outside of where we're based here in Orlando, you might be thinking that this is crazy town, and it kind of is, but it would be very interesting if we got some snow.
Okay, question. And I'm going to ask you this first because we're going. I think the Orlando answers are easy. But if there were to be snow flurries in West Palm Beach, what would be like the iconic place to photograph that has never seen snow before? Like, what in West Palm Beach do you think like people would want to get a picture of X with snow around it?
Like the Palm Beach the bridge over to Palm Beach with some snow flurries on
Tiger Woods' house.
Mar-a-Lago covered in
Mar-a-Lago
snow.
would be a good one.
It's just like
Mar-a-Lago.
Look, these folks, our friends, are going to freak out if there's a single flake that drops to the ground.
I think in Orlando the answers were probably like theme park related. You know, like we've never seen the Tower of Terror with snow falling on it, or
Cinderella's castle or whatever.
Absolutely,
you know?
Insert any number of those things that have never seen snow. That would be kind of easy.
Well, we've had flurries.
Saturday night into Sunday morning is the highest chance to see flurries for like Central Florida areas, I think.
Did they have a time? Like, do we have to wake up at 3 a.m. to see it for a second?
It would probably be like in the middle of the night, I think. Dang. It would be, that's what it's going to be, right around Saturday, Sunday, Monday, where there might be enough precipitation for there to be some snow, actually, that far south. That's how cold this little snap is in the United States of America. So take your kids, put them in the closet, write their social security number on their forehead, get them all ready, and freak them the F out. Please. That's one of the most important things is they absolutely get freaked out. And then we'll see what happens. But put your bets now. Do you think it's going to snow? Yes or no? Let us know what you think, because the storms are headed their way, and they're also headed to the Gulf Coast, to the East Coast, to all the coast. It's happening out there.
This is what we get, right? Because the entire nation besides Florida was dealing with what they're dealing with now. They're like, oh, it's lovely, beautiful day. And now they're sending it all to us.
It's like everybody else is freezing and throwing ice at each other, and I am sweating a little bit here. And now, you're right, it's kind of deserved, I guess. One more update, final one probably, on the Netflix climbing special from that Alex Honnold guy. And they asked him, hey, how much did Netflix pay you? The New York Times asked him, how much did Netflix pay you?
No, please. Is this going to anger me? Did he pay Netflix?
No.
I just like to climb,
You know what? It wouldn't be out of the question for this guy.
It's very on par with just put a baby in a backpack. I'll tell you that.
So it says Alex Honnold, the guy who climbed this building live on Netflix, Skyscraper Live, was paid, quote, an embarrassingly small amount for his Netflix special, he says. His daring climb was streamed online for all to see.
Well, what's an embarrassingly small amount?
What would you expect if you were going to climb that building?
For me, $1 billion. But even if I was expecting what he would get, I think he should get $2 million for climbing that building.
Oh, yeah. Especially with the viewership. That's a lot of eyes using Netflix to watch him to see if he dies or not.
Imagine if it was like a boxing event on Netflix and they put that on live because they want live viewers on Netflix for these sort of things. I bet it brought in a similar amount of people, interest all over the world. It's a global thing. Doesn't matter if you speak Chinese or if you speak Spanish or if you speak whatever. You Italian, you can look at a guy climbing a building and go, damn, this is crazy. And so it works globally. I think he should have got like $2 million. But he said, when asked by the New York Times, he did not get paid a lot of money to do it. I'm not going to say it's an embarrassing amount, he said. And He said, this is an interesting comparison. Actually, if you put it into the context of mainstream sports, it's an embarrassingly small amount. You know, Major League Baseball players get like $170 million contracts. Like someone you haven't even heard of and that nobody cares about.
Okay. Do you want to climb a building once a week for the next
He probably would.
6 months?
He'd be like, yes, that would be great. That would be awesome. So he said baseball players get 170 mil. But if he thinks 170 million is a good comparison, then he might have got paid a lot of money and still thinks he was underpaid.
No, he said he got a mid six figures payout.
No, did he?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what I saw. Which is
mid six figures. Okay, so like let's say
Half a million?
500,000. Yeah, that's pretty low for that.
And then what? Do you get the opportunity to have some like side gigs, appearances where you have to climb in order to bring the people out? Like, how does it work moving forward?
I don't know, but that's not enough.
What
to
are the
me.
advertisers like?
Yeah, that's another thing. Why didn't he get like
Red Bull
a
for
NASCAR driver suit where he could have gotten all of the sponsorships?
Would have hindered his climbing ability. He had like very special clothes on. They talked about it at the beginning, and I kind of didn't really pay attention to that part. I don't give a crap what you're wearing, buddy.
So special that he paid no attention to it.
But I'm curious what they spent overall on it. First, obviously paying him his embarrassing mid six figures, and then the rest of the stuff, because like not only was he doing a lot of stuff that you just absolutely not would never could never, but a lot of the camera people that were working this event were also in very uncomfortable positions.
I'm sure.
There was one guy that was like just dangling on some big line the whole time that they were moving up and down to get the shot of him. And then there was a bunch of dudes out on those little fixtures that we watched him climb over yesterday. That they were tethered. They're all tethered. Still doesn't make it any better.
Freaky.
Yeah.
That's still scary, I think. Big Doug Millionaire on Twitch says, that's actually pretty good for 1.5 hours of work. What a weird way to look at things. It doesn't matter. Like, you can't just say work, because 1.5 hours of flipping pancakes, that's an excellent amount of money for that. But 1.5 hours of sitting in the world's largest fire ant pile, the money is completely different. You can't just be like, well, you got it for an hour and a half of work. Well, what did he have to do in that hour and a half? And more importantly, how many other people can do the thing that he did that he got paid mid five figures for, or six figures, I guess he said. So there he is. Tell us if you think that was enough or if he was underpaid. Hit us up with your dispatches over on thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we got some of the ice updates, some interesting stuff, actually. And I want to talk about this teacher that wrote 2 words on the Blackboard and caused absolute chaos. It's been very interesting to watch this unfold. And we got a backlash on TikTok as well to get to. We're just getting started here, so don't miss out on any of the show today. Very good talks were had. But what were said in those talks? What was said in those talks, I should say? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This is a band, your life will surely change.
Real Music Week.
Hey, would I have paid him to put a News Junkie magnet on top of the building? Yes!
To only warm into the mid-50s for this afternoon with a high of 55 in Orlando under mostly sunny skies. Tonight will turn cold once again.
Yes, I would have.
Staying right around.
I would have paid him a couple bucks.
34 tonight in Orlando.
Mid 3 figures.
Storm team. I'm meteorologist.
Mid 4 figures.
This report is sponsored.
I'd give it a mid 4 figures for it.
Need a change this year? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for an always.
I need one more spread. I'll be back. Stand by. Oh my goodness.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
New year, not about changing who you are. It's about showing up sharper and more confident, and that's why you got to go to Hammer & Nails Grooming for Guys. First of all, if you've never been, now's the perfect time.
I'm going to try to go for a walk.
Complimentary signature upgrade on your first visit.
What we're going to get.
My name is Sid Lane and Real Radio 104.1.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back.
Designed for men, complete with a full
Come on in.
You can enjoy a cocktail while you get your haircut, your beard trimmed. You got that.
Ask Mr. Predicto if it will snow in West Palm Beach.
Incredible. I've done it many times.
Mr. Predicto, we summon thee. Tell us, please, will it snow in West Palm Beach?
Definitely not.
Probably right. He's probably right. I think he's probably right. Sean, you guys need to interview the climber. I reached out to him. As you can imagine, he's like, at the time before all of this, he's got like 5,000 people trying to talk to him from the New York Times, the Associated Press, and all this stuff. And then the best thing you can do is actually wait until a little bit after. You either catch it at the very beginning or the very end. But maybe, possibly. Clematis Fountain in West Palm Beach? That's true, yeah. You get some snow on the Clematis Fountain. Or whatever they call City Walk these days, right? Never seen that happen to a place. Folks, for those of you who don't know, in downtown West Palm Beach, the center street is called Clematis. That's the strip right in the center of downtown where the businesses are located, and there's clubs and bars and stuff, and they've been there forever. And then there was another place that they built, and it was called, was it City Walk? City Place. It's called City Place. And City Place was created when I was like a teenager, a little after that. And then they decided to completely rename it. They didn't want it to be City Place anymore. They called it like Rose something. I forgot the name. And then that didn't work. And so they changed the name back again. Very weird situation. City Place is almost dead now. I don't know what they were doing. For a little while, City Place was popping off. They had a cheesecake factory in there. They had a lot of shopping in there. There would be a lot of events in there. It was really nice. There was a good movie theater in there. And then they just kind of like let it go. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute and we're coming back. Clematis is booming? Define booming. All right, here we go. Let's do it.
At Rasmussen University,
stand by.
Got this. Dayquil Intense Flu, the daytime coughing, aching fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
At Rasmussen University, getting started has never been easier. Thanks to multiple start dates, a generous transfer credit policy, and no SAT or ACT requirements. You bring the ambition, we'll help you build the future. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Now that a new year is here, start 2026 by showing your gratitude. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, celebrating the incredible impact of public school educators. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life who's gone above and beyond for their students to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom. Teachers give their time, money, and hearts to help students succeed. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Get all the info and nominate a teacher who goes the extra mile today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
It's the three best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. Ditch the same three songs over and over and over again and hang out with us. Get wowed and maybe laugh somewhere along the line. Learn more about the show on a Share the Show Tuesday at thenewsjunkie.com. Got some interesting stuff I want to get into a little deeper on the Minnesota situation. We could talk about the kid in the closet with his mom during the snowstorm for... I mean, I can keep going. I'm all queued up and ready for it. But I wanted to talk about a couple of other things as we cruise along here today. One was, I'll just work this in very quickly because it's got 2.6 million views on social media, on Twitter X in particular. And it's proof to me that we are now in the day and age of the absolute dumbest takes rise to the top. That's it. Sane, down the middle of the road takes, don't do anything. You must say, like, you can't even say, let's say it's about ICE in Minneapolis. This is not. But you can't even say, like, abolish ICE anymore and get attention. It has to be like imprison ICE, you know? Like, everything has to be extreme or everything has to be just brain dead. It has to be the most brain dead take. 2.6 million views. This guy says, the NFL really needs to do something to solve the crowd noise problem. Aside from hearing loss issues, nobody wants to watch a game where the players can't communicate strategy to one another.
Is it Rage Bait Tuesday? Is that what it is?
I mean,
we just doing all Rage Bait today?
I mean, it's a little Rage Baity. It is a little Rage Baity to me. But I think this gentleman is serious. And what this is a symptom of is a larger problem specifically in America. This is a fully American problem. This fully American problem is as follows. I have a tiny, esoteric, meaning very specific, very random pet issue. And I want my little tiny random pet issue to be addressed. And I want it to be something that caters only to me and a small group of people. There are more never nudes than there are people who agree with this dude. I want my tiny little fringe issue to be addressed by this giant corporation, and I want everybody else to just deal with all the changes around it. Like so everybody at the football game, shh,
quiet,
like a tennis match or like golf, where they hold up the pole that says quiet at the golf match.
But remember the controversy when people were being loud at the big golf tournament? Every outlet picked it up. And
but football's about being loud.
Of course, and they should be used to it.
It's about screaming. It's like telling soccer fans to calm down. Soccer fans, football fans, they want to be loud about things.
Also, the players have no issue communicating strategy to each other.
True.
They have entire systems
hand signals
dedicated to communicating strategy to each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is part of this whole thing that became about bubble wrapping everything for the dumbest among us and the softest among us. This is ultimate soft people problems. When you say the NFL really needs to do something to solve the crowd noise problem, first of all, you're elucidating this issue as if it's something that people agree with. The crowd noise problem implies that other people think there's a problem with crowd noise. The only problem I've ever had with crowd noise during sports was during the pandemic when they decided to do some of these games without any audience at all. And the problem was there was no noise, and it was weird. They were even pumping in fake noise, I think, at some points, right?
Remember, they had the fake people in the stands. You could pay
weird.
like $200
Yeah,
to have your
we
cutout.
had a friend whose job it was, I think game enhancement or sound enhancement was the name, but his job was pumping in fake crowd noise for hockey games, and his team won the Stanley Cup, and he got a ring.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get it. This says, aside from hearing loss issues, nobody wants to watch a game where the players can't communicate strategy to one another. And then somebody says, bruh, that's what Seattle is famous for, the 12th man. And he said, the original poster said, it's like going to a play and screaming so loud that the actors can't perform.
No, it's not.
Or heckling a comic so much he doesn't have time to do his material. It's not. It's not the same thing.
Call you out. And it was a viral video that went viral, I think, at the beginning of this month, where Mamma Mia, the Broadway show, and some guy at intermission yelled at everybody
heckling,
for singing along.
That's so different.
People are taking care of it.
By the way, that's because the content at a Broadway play is literally the speaking of the human beings on stage. The content, I don't know if Matt needs somebody to tell him this. Matt's the guy who posted this. The content is the sport that people are playing. It's throwing a football and running with it and getting in the end zone and doing the icky shuffle. And that's what the content is. The content is not the conversation between the quarterback. Blue 42, No one cares, nerd. My God, the soft people problems that I see surfacing all the time.
He's just inviting stupidity in the comment section. Somebody said, also, all games should be in domes. It's a winter sport. And he replied, in Buffalo, the situation is so crazy that they have unpaid laborers clear the snow, the wealthiest league in the world, which
they're fans.
They have volunteers clear the snow, and they do pay them or compensate them with sports gear. And
this is the ever popular in current time victim language of victimization. So you can't say that, hey, fans love to help out when there's snow in the stadium. Well, it's actually forced labor for no money from one of the biggest corporations, and they should be quieter in the stadium because, I'm an acoustic adult and I don't. They go, shut up. Shut up. Oh.
Apparently, I've never been to a sports game before, and I was scared half to death.
I've got to get away. I just did want to mention that at least briefly here.
Travis. You want to fly away too?
I do. I do indeed. Over to Minnesota. Let's see what was going on there real quick. Because right when we felt like we were at the brink, we were at the brink. People were freaking out. There was chaos unfolding. And people were talking about civil war. Right when we were at the brink, it feels like we're pulled back. And now DHS is going to pull some of the troops out of Minnesota who are there because the local officials and the state officials and the local police and the state police did not want to assist, even though there were citizens deputizing themselves, going around like crazy, finding ICE people in the shadows. And they were causing all these incidents with ICE officers who were out there doing their thing. So they brought in somebody else to help. They brought in Border Patrol and Department of Homeland Security and other officers to assist. All this heat rises up. You have 2 Americans shot and killed. They're the ones who have gotten out there in this whole thing and become the face, I guess, of the movement resisting this that you see. But right there at the precipice, things get pulled back. Trump had a call, I think, with Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, and with Frey, the mayor of Minneapolis, who have been very much against all this ICE stuff. And then he's like, well, we've got some kind of agreement. Here he is talking about it.
But I had 2 very good talks. I had Jacob Frey and I had Governor Walz, and they were great calls. So let's see how they report it. But they were very nice calls, very respectful.
So is there a possibility, President Trump, of some type of compromise? I read that some of the Guard will be leaving the state of Minnesota, some type of compromise to, I guess, make those guys feel like they're in charge.
Right.
Yeah, well, I think so. Yeah, I think so. What we need is their criminals. They have criminals, and all I said, just give us your criminals. And if you give us the criminals,
it's like, give us
your
Barabbas.
Give us your poor.
Give us your criminals.
Give us Barabbas.
All we want is the criminals, please. So Trump here is talking about, just to be clear, the fact that in Minnesota, in particular in Minneapolis, which is what you would call probably a sanctuary city, when somebody's arrested, if they are in the country illegally, even if they have final orders of deportation or anything, if ICE says like, hey, we want that person, we want to deport them, the state and local officials, the city officials in this case, will not give the person, even a criminal, even somebody in jail or in prison or whatever, will not give them over to ICE. So even folks who are like getting arrested, going through the system, getting in trouble, oftentimes they'll just dump them back on the streets so that they're not participating in what's happening with Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. And Trump's like, you got these people, they're already in your jails. Like these are the people that most folks agree should be adios amigoed. And he thinks now that he's going to get some help with them. I think he's gravely mistaken here. I think there's no way that from Tim Walz, the governor, to the mayor of Minneapolis, to all of the people who are on the streets, all these folks don't take this as anything other than a W for their strategy. They're going to think like, we got out there, we intervened, and they turned tail and left. And I don't see them doing, the elected officials doing some kind of big compromise here. I think they're going to continue with more of the same. But the best bet, as I said yesterday, would just be to focus on areas where they're interested in assisting, where they're interested in getting some of these people out of the country and helping out, as opposed to places where they don't. Like if I looked at the United States of America and I said, there's this many problematic cities, and then I would go, hey, which one of those cities are interested in helping us? I would make sure I was at 100% in all those cities before I turned to something else that was going to be much more difficult. I don't understand the strategy of not doing it that way. But they said there were some phone calls, things went well. Maybe we're pulled back from the brink. I want things to cool off. I want people to relax a little bit. I don't know that that's going to happen around here, though, because when we come back, I want to bring up something on this show.
Something not relaxing?
I'm getting a vibe, yeah.
I'm going to bring up something on this show. I am going to mention it, and then we are going to move on. Okay? I mean, I don't know how else to put this.
Is it worth mentioning at this point, then?
Yes, I'm telling you, I want to mention it. I want to bring something up. I want to talk about it. After I mention this, we are moving on.
Oh, so you don't want C-Lane or myself to say anything?
No.
I just want to be clear of the rules before we go to commercial break.
I'm saying I'm going to say something, and then we are going to move on. We're going to move on past that. And hopefully it won't be...
This is how you don't move on. This is how you encourage people not to move on.
No problem. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is this has been an issue. I don't want to deal with it. I want to get past it. I want to put it out there, and I want to move beyond it. I hope we can make that happen when we come back, because that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Wherever your plans take you on Super Sunday, you can take the big game with you. From the opening kickoff to the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy, Real Radio 104.1 is the home of Westwood One's coverage of Super Bowl 60.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com.
Hello. Typical delays still piling up on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. There's slowdowns. There's ongoing construction causing traffic.
I saw somebody recently on my social media chat that named their kid what I think is the worst name for a little girl. Tell me if I'm wrong about this. I believe they named their kid the worst name for a little girl. I'm not going to call them out, but these people named their young daughter Ursula. Are you with me or not that Ursula is maybe top 5 worst names for a young girl? Ursula. It's bad in every way. There's implied evil with the tie-in to The Little Mermaid. It sounds like Agatha, Bertha. It sounds old like that. It's not fine, Biha. It's not. No. It's not fine. It should be borderline a crime. I'd rather be named Biha than Ursula. Legitimate. Nah, it's not terrible. You're wrong. It's up there. Ursula. Be like, hey, y'all hear what happened to that new girl? Well, know what happened to her. Oh man, Ursula came up on and what? Moment you hear that. Nevea, heaven backwards, better than Ursula. Better name. Better than Marge? No. Marge is better than Ursula. And by the way, all of these rules are completely out the window. Completely and totally out the window if the person is 10 out of 10 hot. So your name could be Benedict Arnold. But if you are like, boom, 10 out of 10 hot, no one cares. You make the name the next cool thing. Same thing with the name Jackie? Are you comparing the name Jackie with the name Ursula? Because Jackie is a total normal, nice name. Nothing wrong with it. Dig it. Ursula? is something else entirely, and they should not even be in the same breath. It's not even close. Okay, when we come back, I'm going to talk about something, I'm going to get it out there, and then we are going to push past it, hopefully. I don't want to hear a bunch of bullshit. I don't want to get into a whole bunch of drama. I just want to put the information out there and move on. We'll see if it goes as well as I hope it will. Then I want to talk about what's happening next in Minnesota, and then maybe the biggest talker of the day is there's this renewed push to get everybody to comment on social issues and the politics of the day. There's a renewed push from celebrities who are like, why aren't you speaking out? How come the CEOs of Fortune 500 companies aren't speaking? And it's like, I know what you want. You want us to go back to the George Floyd summer and how I knew what Oreo felt about equity versus equality. I don't want that, but we'll get into that. Is it about you leaving in June? I don't know. I got a meeting soon. Hang on. I got a meeting next week. Don't know where that's going. And I haven't really had a lot of talks. I haven't had any talks about the contract with the suits. None. But I think it's kind of an inflection point in my career, and I don't know what direction to swerve in just yet. And it's not even like a contract negotiation technique or tactic or anything. I literally just don't know if it's time for me to go my own way. So I don't know. I don't know. I know that I have about 5 months and some change left, I think, on my contract. And then from there, we'll see. It could end. Maybe this summer that's it. Just get to the summer and I see you later.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one,
Billie Eilish is pushing that narrative. I haven't seen anyone else. Well, I'll show you. There's a lot of people like that. It's not just Billie Eilish. A lot of people. They're doing it in sports right now with the NBA players. They're doing it with the companies. Why aren't companies weighing in on this? And you know what the biggest thing is? It's like, why aren't you speaking out on this topic? You don't care for them to just speak out. You don't want other celebrities just to have an opinion on this topic. You want them to have your opinion on the topic. It's not just about them speaking out. You want to ensure that they agree with you on this particular topic du jour. That's what's deranged. Okay. We are coming back. I'm serious about this. I'm going to talk about this maybe 60 seconds. We're moving by. I don't even want to see anything in the chat about this. All right? If I have to stop in the middle of the segment and ban people or mute you for 24 hours, I will do it in this segment. I don't want to. I'm going to do this. I'm going to move on. Stand by.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This
And then we move on. All right, we get it done, we move on, and I don't want to hear anything. I've already told chat, if I have to ban people, I'll ban people. I don't like doing that. I don't want to get into a fight over this. I just want to make a statement, and I want to move on with the show. That's all I'm looking to do. So here we go. I will tell you that this is something that has happened many times before. It's nothing new, but it's certainly something of note. And the latest time for this to happen was just a matter of hours ago when the U.S. Bulletin of Atomic Scientists has moved the doomsday clock forward 4 seconds to 85 seconds until midnight. The doomsday clock has been moved forward 4 seconds to 85 seconds
Set a
until
timer
midnight.
for 85 seconds.
And let me just give you why this happened here. This is, I guess, the announcement.
It is the determination of the Bulletin's Science and Security Board that humanity has not made sufficient progress on the existential risks that endanger us all.
Oh!
We thus move the clock forward. The doomsday clock is a tool for communicating how close we are
You're a tool.
to destroying the world with technologies of our own making. The risks we face from nuclear weapons, climate change, and disruptive technologies
What a
are all
party.
growing. Every second counts, and we are running out of time. It is a hard truth, but this is our reality.
There it is. They're spinning it around. There's the clock. Oh, 85 seconds
It
to
is now
midnight.
85 seconds to midnight.
Okay.
Quick question.
Now. Oh, God.
What time is it then? I'm asking what a
Folks,
lot of people are asking.
I have attempted to do stories about the doomsday clock for over a decade on this show. And every time I have brought it up, there has been problems with this. I don't know why there's a problem with it every time. This is why I said I want to make a statement
That's
on
the
this.
problem. Doesn't
And
make
I
sense.
want-
Don't call it a clock
and I
if you
want
can't
to
tell the time.
move forward. I know that you and C-Lane don't grasp what's going on with the doomsday clock. I know
I
that
don't
this
think
has
you
led to
grasp
like
what's going on with the doomsday
55
clock.
fights
Set
on the show.
my timer for 65 seconds.
I know that every time the doomsday clock comes up, people are frothing at the mouth because they don't understand this. I can't
I don't
make
think
it
it's
any
on
more
you,
clear.
Sean. I don't think it's on you. I think it's on whoever is doing this. The people
What
that
does this
have their
say?
hands folded in front of them in their suits and their big banners.
What
Who's
does this
paying
say?
for this?
What does this say?
That
What?
says I've 11.
It is 85 seconds to midnight on the doomsday clock. All right?
So what
That's
is
all I
that?
need
They
to
just
know.
called it
12.
11:58 and a half.
Thank you.
It is 85 seconds to midnight on the doomsday clock.
But
It's not
clocks
that
go
hard
by
to understand.
60 seconds.
Midnight is annihilation.
So call it
Complete-
annihilation. It's not midnight.
That's midnight. That's what it means. Midnight means annihilation
Midnight
on the
means
clock.
the next day for some people.
And it was 89 seconds to midnight, and now it's 85 seconds to midnight. All right?
So because we've invented enough stuff, we could all die in 85 seconds if the right
Potentially.
amount of things happen.
Yes.
Oh, well,
All right.
see,
Now
then
it's
But it has to be at 11:58 with 35 and 35
not
seconds.
11:58. Don't think about the time
My
on the
timer
clock.
just went off. I think we're dead.
It's not about time. It's not about 11 or 10 or
How
9.
can you say it's not about time? It's a doomsday clock.
Exactly.
It's not a doomsday clock in the sense of a 24-hour clock that we need to go like this time, that
Well,
time.
then don't use a clock. Use a digital thing.
They thought it would be
like
easy
a
enough.
countdown.
They thought it would be
I'm
easy
sorry.
enough.
Do you see analog clocks when it comes to bombs in movies and stuff? No.
Maybe they used to have that back in the day.
A little
egg timer.
You know when that was like the back in the day when
Oh,
that was the
my
thing that
bun's
TSA
already.
looked for the most was they wanted to hear clicking.
Uh-huh. They
Okay.
put their ear up to your luggage to see if you were up to anything nefarious.
What I want to know: how much are these people making a year to bring us nothing but doomsday? Like,
me
are
see.
they trying to solve any problems? Are they
me
trying
ask
to knock that
TJ,
clock back a couple seconds?
All right, here we go. The people behind the doomsday clock, how much money do those people make per year? Do they get like a salary? Are they making a lot of money? What are they getting
They
over there
volunteer.
cash-wise?
The people behind the doomsday clock are usually members of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists.
True.
This includes scientists and other experts who often volunteer their time or are compensated through the organization's funding,
How
which
much?
comes from donations, grants, and
All
other
right.
contributions. So while some may earn a salary, it's generally not a high-paying gig.
Oh, so they're saying not a lot. I don't know if that's true. I know
Did you
have
see
to
their
be
banners?
sad.
That costs money. There's a budget for that.
The banners are like $2.
With their
okay?
swivel clock. You can
there's
put that
li-
on a PowerPoint.
They've been using the swivel clock for 1 billion years, and everybody else understands what's going on. We are up 4 seconds, 85 seconds to midnight. Atomic Scientist, Doomsday Clock. That's it.
I
There's
think
your
we're at
update.
35 seconds right now.
That is the update on that. All right. Tipsofthenewsjunkie.com if you'd like to join the
Stupid
show.
clock.
It's historically been a bit of a problem.
Stupid club.
I
talk
agree.
about
I'm with
this.
C-Lane.
I don't know why, but bringing this up or talking about the groundhog, Puxatani Phil or whatever,
When he
has
was murdered 7
generally
times?
led to a few fights on the show and disagreements that have sparked up as a result of this.
I'm
and
sorry, Sean, but
misunderstanding.
You're a logical guy. You think that makes sense? Do you think what's happening here and you bring it to us like, obviously everyone should know what you're talking about?
I think
you're just
it doesn't
going
make
with
sense.
the flow of these suits.
I think it doesn't make sense for Americans because we need dumb color-coded stuff. Like,
they're on
remember
military time.
The terrorist thing was like, whoa, we're orange.
I was
we're
too young
going
for
into
that.
orange. They're like, oh, we're going from orange into red. Oh God.
We didn't have those colors pre 9/11, right?
I don't think so. I think like that came up
We
afterwards.
had DEF CON. I mean, DEF CON has been a thing for a long time. I know that
That's
from
similar.
the historical film War Games. But yeah, it's a similar thing, just only terrorism related.
Interesting, though, no feature films about the Doomsday Clock.
Oh,
none.
Because no one
boring.
respects it.
Not yet. It's important stuff. Now we got that done. Let's go over your tips to thenewsjunkie.com. And Kenny emails the show. Good day, good sir.
Hey,
Kenny says. He says, I was one of the people who left the podcast and started watching the live stream because of the issues with the podcast. And he's talking about the rant about the podcast quality, the suits and all that stuff. I listened to yesterday's podcast and it seemed fine to me. Commercials were in the right place. I also listened to it at 1.8 speed, which was a great listen. My God, Fred. 1.8 speed is quite fast. It was downloaded on the Verizon network and using Podcast Addict, also using a Samsung S23. Hope this helps. I'll listen all week for quality. Have a great show today.
Do you
says
hear that, the
Kenny.
news junkie?
Thank you very much,
Beautiful,
Kenny.
Sabrina.
Appreciate it. Sean, this person says, Rich to tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. Not sure how you did it, but after your rant on Friday about the podcast, the suits at iHeartRadio finally listened. Monday's podcast was amazing. All of the commercials fell right in the commercial breaks. Great job, Sean. Keep it up. Podcast was 1 million times better than it's been in months. I guess you will be sticking around. Don't count your eggs before they hatch, friend. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, says Rich. So
Here's the
thank
thing.
you for that.
I want the podcast to be better. Obviously, we all do. But I don't think we've done anything yet. So I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch.
I think you know that there was a ton of different things that were done yesterday. I orchestrated and much like in Fantasia.
You videotaped yourself doing it, so the computer had to be held accountable. It couldn't just sabotage you.
It's perhaps the most annoying conclusion to the saga if doing nothing worked. And people are like, it's so great now. This is the best podcast I've ever heard of in my life. It should be. It's better than any podcast I've ever heard. What'd you do? Nothing. Triple checked my work. But that's about it. But whatever works, folks. All right. I already told people not to comment about this. We were going to move by, but some people seem to want to join in on the Doomsday Clock thing. I'll play one of these. Here we go. Here is Dingo. Go ahead.
What up, News Junkie? Dingo here. Hey, please do not ban me, but I just want to comment real quick about the Doomsday Clock. I had to look it up just now. I had no idea that the Iron Maiden song 2 Minutes to Midnight had anything to do with the Doomsday Clock. Mind blown.
It was 2 minutes back then, huh?
They don't have a movie about it, but they had an Iron Maiden song about it, I guess, according to this gentleman.
I think it was 17 minutes at one point.
Was it? Here's not Bob Sacramento talking about the NFL crowd sound thing. Hello?
The issue behind the crowd noise and other nuisance
complaints like this is just a slippery slope paradigm. When you start entertaining things like this, it just keeps going downhill, and sooner or later you have to stop and say, we can't do this anymore.
True.
We're dumbing down society too far.
True. I mean, I think it all comes from a good place. In one way, we have come a long way. No, people don't like to see this. You Americans, especially you Americans who are like America bad, and that's your whole worldview because, I don't know, brain mush, whatever. But there's a lot of people who don't understand the progress that has been made in American society to be generally nicer, to be much more open to other people's issues and trying to make sure everybody is accommodating other people. And like accommodation, it's probably the biggest thing that I saw happen in the 2000s and the 90s. People started accommodating to other people and their whims a bit more. And I think we made some good progress on that. But then at some point we went like into crazy town. I remember seeing a press conference not that long ago, and you got a press conference and they have somebody doing sign language next to the politician at the press conference, which already is like, you don't need an ASL person if you have closed captioning, when closed captioning can handle this. The only reason they have the ASL person is for people who can't read but can't do no sign language. And then there were people, once they said, okay.
Sounded like you said, they can't do no sign language.
They said, I don't know what he's saying. I need sign language. So they get an ASL interpreter up there. Half of them don't seem to know what they're doing and they just make things up. And then they said, well, there's more than one type of ASL. And there's other people in this country who don't understand ASL. And I saw one where there was 2 or 3 of the sign language people up there. And they had a little box with the politician speaking, and they had a box with the sign language people up there, all each doing their own thing. And I'm like, we've now taken accommodating these folks to such a wide manner that we were going backwards. It's not helping. So the squeaky wheels are good at a point. You're like, okay, we can do better here. We can make sure that people who are handicapped have handicapped parking spaces, and there should be ramps into public buildings so everybody has equal access, and we should do this, and we should do that. But then there's a level to like accommodating every single pet issue that every person has that does nothing but create a better outcome for one person. Now, if you've listened to me and you've listened to me actually talk about my worldviews and how I look at everything in the world, my entire philosophy is based on the best outcomes for the most people. This is the opposite of that, right? I want the best outcomes for the most people. I don't care about one single person's pet issue that the NFL games are too loud and it's hurting his little ears. That's the opposite of all of this stuff. So I agree that there has been a bit of a slippery slope with people complaining about things and getting everything changed for them.
Do you think it's the best outcome for the most people if they made the doomsday clock digital?
Oh my God. Potentially, yes. I do. But
I can't tell if this Matt Brunig guy that we were talking about who said the thing about the crowd noise, I can't tell if he's serious. I think he might be a little serious, which is kind of annoying, but he's also trying to suggest new rules for the NFL that would make up for the crowd noise.
Like what? What do they got?
Please.
He doubled down earlier today, or actually late last night.
85 seconds ago.
You could solve the crowd noise problem while still retaining a home field advantage by giving the home team the power to invalidate one play per game. So once a game, after a play is over,
he's not serious.
The home team can force a redo, same down distance, everything like that. You can invalidate a touchdown and make them redo it.
How about you get some noise-canceling headphones, you asshole?
How about we go back to a time where people just kept thoughts in their head?
That was before social media.
They used to do this. Now everybody shares everything. Did you guys see the piece that went viral over the weekend? Oh, my God. There was... Sealand, see if you can bring this up. I don't know if you can find this in short time.
Facebook,
all right?
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
People used to keep things in their head. They don't do it anymore. There was an article in the New York Times this weekend, and it was a guy who allowed his wife to have an affair outside of their relationship, but then the affair made him feel bad, and now he's wondering if he can stop his wife from having the affair and then also keep her happy because she wanted sex. I mean, it's just like, Go to a therapist. Go to a therapist. We used to keep thoughts inside of our heads. Now everything makes it online. You find what I'm talking about? Or is it too random?
No, the headline is, I let my wife have an affair. Do I have to console her now that it's over? She's grieving about her affair being over. And now, since he let her do it, I don't know if she wants him to console her or doesn't.
She doesn't want to be with you. How about that?
She doesn't want to have sex with just you. That is sure. But when do we get to this thing? Can we blame Dear Abby or something? Can we blame somebody?
She did nothing.
Keep the thoughts inside your head or between you and the therapist. Why? Oh, okay. The whole show is rage bait for me today. I'm gonna quick break. We got the next episode coming up in just a bit here. We've got
that's gonna be chock full of rage bait. Get ready.
We got more about what's happening in Minnesota. People are pissed off about TikTok. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Our constant mispronunciations and poor grammar are clear indicators that we are not AI. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
You might get caught up in some delays heading to class. There's a crash on Valencia College Lane at Chickasaw Trail. Move over and slow down.
Hello.
Call about lane instant oil change. Traffic tip line 866-676-84.
Stand by.
From the traffic center of James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com.
Chumba Casino wants to add some fun gameplay to your day with a new social slot game. Ryan Seacrest 10K ways. It's the perfect go-to escape. Big spins await only on Chumba Casino.
How you feel?
No purchase necessary. VGW.
Okay.
Prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions.
Stay warm.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Have you ever wondered what foods are good for you and what foods are really not good for you? I don't mean like on a grand scale. I mean like for your personal body. That's what Viome does. Yeah, Viome. It's a
Sean, just rub your ears and say woosa.
And it comes directly
Woosa.
from the Viome app, and you get to see what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. I'm surprised. Like I found out I really shouldn't be eating.
Hardy har. I have no hair and wear leather biker vests.
Which was bad news. I kind of like those, but it's good to see what you should eat and what you
All right.
eat. And when I went to the doctor, I found out that
come on in, folks.
My numbers were better.
We're back in just a minute.
Because I've been eating the foods that are right for me, like Brazil nuts and mahi are my superfoods. I didn't know that before. I've been eating more of that, and I've been feeling better, and all my numbers were better when I went to the doctor. If you want to do this, it's easy to do. Just go to this website. Go to Viome.com. It's spelled V as in Victor, IOME.com. Viome.com. Stop guessing, start knowing with Viome.com.
Come on, kids. We're almost there. The map says straight ahead.
One a day 50-plus multivitamins are made
No, hang on, stand by.
for your brain and muscle function. Because don't you want to make the most of each day? So even on the family hike, you're not just keeping the pace. Hey, Dad, wait up. You're one.
Stand by.
One a day 50.
Stand back and stand down.
For you. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, Orlando. Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. The new year just got a lot more affordable. With recent Federal Reserve rate cuts, interest rates are coming down as low as 0% APR. If you've been waiting to upgrade, now's the time. Greenway has financing options designed to take advantage of today's lower rates.
Okay.
Even if you have less than perfect credit.
Courtney will stay warm next to the rotisserie chicken at Publix. True. Good place to cozy up, honestly. All right, I've got to change our poll. Hang on. Stand by.
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A leaf filter.
After show stream time on Sunday.
So I did
Options.
Ron, leaf filter trusted pros are in your neighborhood at
AM.
leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to
PM.
30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special
Okay.
offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio.
I think if you go to thenewsjunkie.com/poll, That should be updated. So everybody go and vote your final vote. Should the Sunday bonus stream be in the AM or the PM? The AM or the PM? Go vote at thenewsjunkie.com/poll. Sean, you're being a little loud on Skull Mike. Can you tone it down a bit? This isn't a sporting event? Wrong. This is a sporting event. I'm what they call an athlete.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband Ryan died. Never thought
90 seconds.
we have to use life insurance. The unexpected.
Thank you, Kurt. Hit that link. This is your last chance to vote.
100% online. You can get a quote in seconds.
Your last chance to vote right now, thenewsjunkie.com/poll.
No medical exams, and you can get.
And then tomorrow I will confirm the time that the live stream will be happening on Sunday.
That's ethos.com/term.
Does Twitch get a vote? Yes. Go ahead, Twitch. Go vote, please. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/poll. Vote for AM or PM. And then tomorrow I'll announce, hey, our stream is on Sunday at this time, and everybody will be prepared.
To help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed.
Get to voting.
Let's do this Monday. Z-Pool Pure Z's. Just for sleep. Really?
Here we go.
These statements have been evaluated by the Food Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure any disease.
What does it take to lead with?
I got another theory for you when we come back here.
And in season 2 of Leading
My alarm bells are ringing about something. I'll give you my theory here next.
With clarity and purpose. I'm Jessica Chen, and in season 2 of Leading by Example, we'll sit down with executives like Grace Chen of Birdie Gray to find out.
Founders need to learn how to get out of their own way and make space for bringing in the experts.
Listen to Leading by Example, executives making an impact on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Leading by Example and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The biggest stories of the day in all their glory and insanity. You're listening to the news.
Everywhere. You should be thinking the same exact thing right now. And I'll tell you why in just a moment. Learn more about the show on a Share the Show Tuesday over at thenewsjunkie.com. I'm on edge. I'm on edge right now. And one of the reasons why is because I always have to be a little on edge watching for fake news and hoaxes and stuff all over the place. I feel like this is a zone that we're in right now that most people aren't aware of. People know on April 1st to be aware of April Fool's Day things, but right before the Super Bowl, it's the same kind of situation.
Wait,
there's a
prank?
lot of stuff like this. Yeah. And one of my current theories, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'll float it out there right now because when I saw this, I said something's going on. I don't buy this. Have you seen the thing going viral? Everybody's asking about it all over the place where Guy Fieri, he changed his look. Have you seen the new Guy Fieri?
Oh, that was just AI.
I read the headline, yeah.
My favorite thing about it is they say he went from mayor of Flavortown to comptroller of Flavor County because he posted his new look, which is very much like middle-aged house dude.
Couldn't pick him out of a lineup if he looked like that.
His hair is brown. It is not spiked any longer. He has a very reasonable button-up shirt a la Christopher Dolores Lane. And he's
beard.
much more subdued at 58 years old. But, yeah, the beard is gone. The beard is completely
The
gone.
goatee, I'm sorry.
He looks a lot more like a young John Goodman than Guy Fieri.
But, I mean, it's just now in this zone, I'm almost sure that this is a marketing campaign for the Super Bowl. Like that's what.
Without a doubt.
But people are, look, did you see Guy Fieri change his look? Doesn't have the bleach tips anymore. I'm like, no.
At some point, though, Guy Fieri is going to have to go to that look.
Not
that
now.
Bleach upkeep is not good for your skin. The amount of chemicals going in for over 2 decades now. It might be a look worth looking.
Look worth looking at. I thought it was just a picture, but this is a video.
Oh yeah, no, he
I
posted
haven't
this.
watched this part.
I have.
Is this him? Here he is.
Hey there. After so many years of celebrating my birthday as Guy, I figured this year I'd celebrate it as just a guy. Happy birthday to me.
All right, there he is. Very ordinary looking Guy Fieri. 2 things. One, is he definitely 58?
Probably.
Because he looks good for 58. Kudos to you.
You say that
Guy.
because he has bleach blonde spiked hair.
Not even in this. He's not bleach blonde, and I still think he looks good for 58 years old.
58. Yeah.
I think this is an ad. I think this is right now. Be on edge, everybody. There are like Super Bowl viral ads out there everywhere. You already had William Shatner in the front of his car eating the cereal bowl and stuff. They're all over the place, and I feel like this is going to pop up during the Super Bowl too. It says "New Year, New Guy, New Look." 6 million views. Right? That campaign is working. It's working.
But what would it be a Super Bowl ad for?
It's gonna be an ad for
GoDaddy.
Somebody says mayor of town instead of flavor town. He's just mayor of town.
Seriously,
now.
just Google image Guy Fieri and see that he has not changed this look ever.
No, he's been doing
It's
it for a
wild
while.
to see.
Yeah. Holy ass, they took his flavor away. I don't know what it's a commercial for, but it's a commercial for something. Kevin on YouTube says, Sean looks good for 56. I'm not 56.
55 until May.
I'm not in my 50s. I'm a young man, 44 years old, for God's sake. 44 years old.
Crazy.
Damn, you're going to be mid-40s this year?
Yes, unfortunately I am. But mine's not part of some sort of campaign. This is, guarantee you. And if you're spotting anything else that's ahead of these Super Bowl ads, let us know, because that's what I think is going on here. I think we got a lot of those floating around at the moment. Also, today is the day, folks. Today marks the start of assigned seating on Southwest Airlines.
Wow.
They finally did it.
End of an era.
Are they going to do any more weddings?
They are now doing boarding groups shifting from 1 to 8, prioritized by seating location, fare type, and loyalty status. But you'll already have on your Southwest Airlines ticket your assigned seat that you're going to be sitting in. They've abandoned the open seating, which was a long-running chapter that set it apart from competitors. Now
Still
they're just
veterans
like the
first,
rest.
though?
Yeah, probably. It'll be like veterans and then families and then like
medical, nurses.
Do you
people
get to
with
do, like,
celiac.
The lotto or pay a little bit more, like an auction to move up day of or something like that?
They'll always let you nickel and dime your way through nickel and dime territory at these airlines, so I'm sure they'll allow that. The early bird, secure your seat, and do this, do that. But now, today's the day. If you've flown Southwest, I've flown Southwest a lot in the last couple of decades.
How do you feel about this?
I don't mind it that much. I told you about that time when I almost ended up in a viral video because the crazy ass lady in front of me was so dumb. So we have a society plagued by like these fringe people that are so dumb surrounding the rest of us. And this woman didn't realize that I was in boarding group B and she was in boarding group C. And I was at the front of B with Courtney, standing at B1, right where I should be, with my boarding pass in my hand so people could see that I was B1. There we were right there. And this lady goes, "Yeah, you're in my way." And she starts yelling at me. I go, "Whoa." I said, I'm B1. And she goes, "It doesn't matter. None of this matters." And she just starts screaming at me. And I go, "Lady, I don't know what you got going on right now, but you can take it up with that guy right there." And I pointed at the Southwest employee. And I stopped paying attention to her. And when I turned around, there was like 3 or 4 phones pulled out. And I said, "Oh, glad I turned the temperature down on that one, because this dumb bitch was screaming at me. Like, you don't know what you're talking about." And she's saying all kinds of stuff. And then the greatest
You
thing in the
almost got
world.
Anthony Cumia just right there on that plane.
She walks up. I go, go ahead. She goes before me, and you have to say, Sean, why does any of this matter? Well, before this, it did matter when you got on the plane because it would matter whether or not you could sit next to the person you were with sometimes because they didn't have assigned seats. But
now they make you sit next to them.
I said, go ahead. And this dumb bitch takes her C1 ticket. And she goes up to the guy, and the guy looks at it and scans it and goes, no, ma'am, looks like you're in seaboarding.
And
So you're going to have to wait. And I just looked at her and walked on by as mine went, Bling! And he goes, sir, have a great flight. And I said, see you later, bitch.
Well, welcome to the normal part
Got
of every other
on
airline.
the plane. Yeah, everybody's doing it. Every single person.
Much easier. No more confrontations. Maybe.
Probably still going to be fights on planes, if I'm honest.
But once you're on the plane.
We're probably still going to, we'll never get away from that.
My favorite, because of my Delta credit card, which, of course, you could just swim in the debt of it, but you get a separate little line. And I see everyone about to start a fight with me, but I say, I'm priority. See ya. Peasants. And no one.
Wait, we're supposed to get a separate line for that? I don't think I've ever used a separate line.
Yeah, buddy. It's the best. And then you just sit there for 45 minutes. Not worth it, honestly.
The craziest thing is veterans go, families go,
small children.
Go, wheelchair people go, groups bigger than 3 go, Visa specialty card holders go, and then eventually dumb bitches are in C.
Less than 10 fingers. If anybody with less than 10 fingers,
get on in there.
Time to board the airplane.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
Rage bait. What's coming up on the next episode? Pit bulls, drugs, immigration.
Don't forget guns.
The Neptunes are headed to civil court, but one of the NERDs is now a KNIGHT. No word on free lap dances. Paris Hilton is behind a new bill that is simply saying deepfakes are not so hot. So nasi, so nasa. Plus, she's Sydney Sweeney, and welcome to Dumbass, promo for a movie. Bam, 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 bam. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for today, we're going to be expecting a cold start.
Hello!
Well below normal. At least we'll have plenty of sunshine. Temperatures.
Folks, let me tell you something.
End of this week with highs only reaching.
You don't hate journalists enough.
Fox 35 Storm Team. I'm
You don't?
Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Everdor.
Journalists who, when massive swaths of you were getting fired, well, they lingered at their high-paying, ridiculously useless jobs for the most part, who told you to learn to code when they replaced you one by one. When cheaper labor came into the picture, they told you to buck it up, learn another trade when you got fired. Those same journalists, you don't hate them enough. Because I see today that the Washington Post is getting ready to do a round of layoffs. Like most modern media newspapers, they're a bloated company with people assigned to beats that get no attention at all, make no money. And the reporters at the Washington Post have responded to these planned Bezos firings, the layoffs coming to the Washington Post, by trying to get Tom Hanks to save their jobs. I want you to think about that for a second. The reporters at the Washington Post who fear their jobs are going to be eliminated because nobody's reading whatever they're creating. They are trying to recruit Tom Hanks to save their job. The guy that gave the world COVID. Yes, you're correct. Yes. Imagine being at your place of employment, and when the manager and the upper management say to you, like, we just can't afford it anymore. Doesn't make financial sense for us. We're going to need to reduce forces. Maybe you can start a Substack and the people who support your work can fund it. Maybe you can get a job somewhere else, but sayonara, sucker. And imagine in that moment thinking, Tom Hanks must come out and tell my boss not to fire me. You don't hate journalists enough. You don't. I've met a lot of journalists in my day. I've worked with a lot of journalists. I've talked extensively with a lot of journalists. Many of them are the dumbest people I've ever met in my life. Many of them are so deeply ingrained in silos, they don't even talk to people with opinions different than their own. And when they're about to get fired, they want Tom Hanks, Woody from Toy Story, to come out and save them. What a world. Leave Amy Kay alone. Amy Kay is an anchor at a TV news station. It's different. I'm talking mainly about traditional, old school, corporate media journalism. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Tom Hanks, will you please come and negotiate my contract? If Tom Hanks doesn't do it, I'm not signing anything. And I want also Buzz Lightyear, please. I need them both.
The pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals at $4, $6, and $8. The new Biggie Deals are bigger and biggier than ever. For a pretty biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
Viral newsroom. Some interesting updates on what's happening in Minnesota on the way, some that you might not expect. And in defense of a company, I will step up and grab the bat to defend this company in just a moment here on the show. Join us with your dispatches. Record your thoughts over at thenewsjunkie.com or send an email. How do you do that? It's easy. Tips, T-I-P-S, at thenewsjunkie.com. Right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I'm looking for a baby girl. What's the going rate for a baby girl right now? God.
Perfect.
It's the end of the show. Just ignore them all.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey,
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and the Home Loans Radio Show. Are you looking to refinance that beautiful home you own? Perhaps buy your first dream home, do some debt consolidation, reverse mortgages, HELOCs, business expansion, or maybe starting a business. Everything that you might find confusing, but it's not when it comes to That Mortgage Guy Don. He made his website very easy to navigate through. It is chock full of information for you, and any question you have, direct access to the man himself. Don't leave money on the table, my friends. Get that money back in your beautiful hands where it belongs by working with That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to his website, thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.
Update, Doomsday Clock. What time are we at, John?
Same time. Hasn't changed since we discussed it.
11:58 p.m.
I'm not making further comments on the matter. I am not commenting any further on the matter.
Would you like to comment on this? 42 years ago, 1984, you were 12.
3. I was 3 years old.
Celine was not alive.
I was not, no.
And neither was I, but this guy was, and he was on fire. Of course, I'm speaking of...
Michael Jackson.
And it was on this day that he suffered not one, but second and third degree burns when his hair caught on fire when he was filming a commercial for what?
Pepsi.
Tastes so good. And my scalp is forever scarred.
Huh?
So there you have it. Also, I don't have a fun sounder for this, but it is worth mentioning. There was a second musician injury on this day. 21 years ago, 2005. Are you familiar with a rapper named Houston?
Yes, I have heard of him.
Do you know what I'm going to mention that he did on this day?
No.
I don't remember.
It involves a London bathroom. Anything?
No.
Bueller?
Mm-mm.
In 2005, rapper Houston locked himself in a London bathroom and gouged out his left eye.
That's what I was thinking, but I didn't know if he was the eye guy.
Now, I'll give you the points that were available if you tell me what he was trying to get rid of by gouging out his own left eye.
I would guess his left eye.
Nope, that's a great guess, but that is incorrect. Doomsday Clock, -1.
I forgot this whole thing.
He attempted to rid himself of the devil.
The devil. Okay.
May or may not be gay, but doesn't have a left eye. So I'll tell you that much. And I'm frozen.
Him and the Lopez lady.
What?
Huh?
Who? Let's get to the real world in 2026. Congratulations.
TLC.
We have, she burned. Oh my God, that's like a full circle kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Because Michael Jackson's hair was on fire.
Yeah.
Lisa was missing her left eye.
Yeah.
She burned down her ex-boyfriend's house.
Yeah.
Now tell me how this ties in. It is Sir Pharrell Williams to you,
Really?
Mr.
I'm not calling him sir. You can't. He's not British.
He has
Why?
been knighted. Well, it was a France thing, actually. He may have a baker's dozens of Grammy Awards, but now he's got himself a one-of-a-kind honor from French President Emmanuel Macron.
It'll set you free, but first it'll you off.
Following the debut earlier in the week of his men's collection for Louis Vuitton, Pharrell Williams, which this is just blowing my mind. Do you know how old his ass is? Beautiful skin.
He's older than me for sure. 58?
Ooh, too high.
57.
52.
All right.
Okay. All right.
And he was blessed with being knighted by Macron. He presented the multi-hyphenate musician clothing designer with the Chevalier de la Légion d'Honneur.
What?
It's a cheese.
Knight
It's
of,
a cheese.
Knight of the Legion of Honor. And presented him with the Order's insignia, which is a medal with a red ribbon during a private ceremony.
That
we
word
just
we've
got
heard
that
of.
one picture of him doing that. Chevalier de la Légion d'Honneur. Grateful and blessed is what he wrote on Instagram. And no word yet if he's going to comment on the other half of the Neptune suing his ass for giving him zero royalties.
On the way home, just for the fun of it, Pharrell went to the Louvre and just stole a couple of things. You just go in there.
Still not as hot as the original robbers, I'll tell you that.
He was wearing that big hat, so it just...
Arby's, the Arby's hat, right?
Yeah, popped a couple of things from the Louvre in there, because why not? You can.
You can get that lap dance here for free. And you can get in big trouble, Sydney Sweeney. Crazy. She did the unthinkable promoting her new movie that no one's going to watch.
Why is nobody going to watch it?
Because no one's really been watching her movies.
Her last movie was the biggest movie of her career, wasn't it?
Which one? Name them.
The Housemaid. The one that was about that very popular book.
Okay.
For,
Prior to that, where she played a lesbian boxer, didn't do so well. Before that, didn't do so well.
Because it's a lesbian boxer movie.
Are we sure she's a lesbian?
Who are you targeting? The woman who was the boxer, I think, was. Not, yeah.
Well,
But that
I
movie-
check my lesbian email every morning, and I did not see any promotion for the lesbian
Her
boxer movie.
her last movie was, I
Okay,
think,
then I'm wrong,
her
Sean.
most successful.
There
Yeah,
you
I
go.
know.
You're right. Got it. Sydney Sweeney might be in trouble, though.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how this goes with the promotion of her new movie that I have not seen the title for. But she went on to the Hollywood sign under the cover of darkness and then posted all the video of her under said cover of darkness as she put up a string of bras on top of the Hollywood sign, which
I
is
see
very
it.
visible, of course.
The link that you sent me says that
that's
she
the update.
she was promoting like some lingerie line or something. She has a
Maybe
lingerie
that's
line.
it. But the video
Because,
is awesome.
Everybody, I'll play the video as Yap here for just a second. But everybody who I've seen in this kind of world wants to get that Rihanna money because Rihanna started her lingerie line and she has made like billions of dollars and has
Well, that's
gone
not
to
a way to promote it. Those of you watching the stream, she just dropped the line of bras on the ground. And
That's
then
a lot of bras.
it is, but if you are driving
That's a lot
alongside,
of money.
I've only done it once where I saw the Hollywood sign. Would you be able to see 8 bras tied together?
Hell no. No way.
So what was the damn point?
Just
to say you
videotape
did?
this, yeah. To
Oh.
videotape this, like the people did when they turned it into Hollyweed, or when that dude crapped on it, or whatever.
Oh, that was
Mike Busey.
Mike Busey,
Yeah.
local guy. Love you, bud.
Yeah, this is like a promotional stunt to do something to the Hollywood sign.
Well, she should have
just
pooped on the Hollywood sign.
throw one of them in prison, and nobody will ever do this stunt again.
That
Just
might be the
throw-
case, but instead of prison, just a fat fine. Hollywood Chamber of Commerce owns the sign, of course, and they have sent her a letter urging her to reach out to them. We please reach out to them, Sydney, so they can discuss an agreement for the use of their IP. In other words, they want money for all that she did. And instead, she just posted that picture of her backside and I guess the bottom half of the new lingerie line.
Really, people should be continuously reminded that this sign is a reminder. It should be a reminder to you every time you see it about how lazy Hollywood is. Because it was supposed to be Hollywood land, and then they never added the end of it. All right, that's how lazy they are.
They don't have enough room.
That sign should be a commemoration to the fact that they couldn't even finish their sign.
I thought they
for
did
Hollywood
finish
land.
it, and then the land part fell down or something.
And then they were too lazy to
Landslide.
put it back up.
Yeah.
I see that.
Enough is enough.
Also, that's what this gal is saying when it comes to deep fake porn.
Paris Hilton.
That is correct. And it's not very hot. She's getting behind a bill that would allow victims of deep fake porn to sue the creators and distributors. And to that I say, how you gonna find them? Isn't that like really hard to do? Internet guys?
What,
I
deep
ask you.
fake stuff?
If you create a deep fake, how do you find the original creator to sue them?
You would have to be tied to an account that posted somewhere.
Which is easy to not be tied to an account unless you're getting money. Is there a way to make money off of deepfake porn but not have anyone find your identity to sue you like Paris Hilton?
They would have to be making money through crypto because I think there are people that you can pay to and like they take requests.
And if you're
You could
doing
be like,
it from another country, is there a way to sue you? Not really behind this bill, at least, right?
I don't know. I haven't read the bill. I know that in some places, just possessing the deep fake, whether you created it or not, might actually be get you in a little bit of criminal trouble.
It's called the Defiance Act, disrupt explicit forged images and non-consensual edits, and it would give victims a right to sue creators and the distributors of said deepfake porn. So watch out, whomever's listening that might be attached to
It'd be crazy
something
if
like
she was
that.
mad because somebody replaced her face in One Night in Paris.
With Nicole Richie's.
They deep faked her out of it instead of into it. Yeah.
That's not hot. What is hot is what we're going to watch on the Boob Tube tonight. We've got the series premiere of Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
That's exciting. He auditions for a superhero remake, this main character, while secretly having superpowers himself. Episode 7 of Fallout Season 2 on Amazon. Episode 3 of Star Search on Netflix. America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Speaking of Kevin James, have you guys seen the trailers for this new movie that he's putting out or he's in that they're putting out?
Is it scary again?
No, it's a serious, like...
He's been going into that
It's like
realm.
a serious drama. It's like Kevin James gets left at the altar and then has to, like, find himself.
Why he's got to do that though, doesn't he? They're not making those Kevin James movies anymore.
I guess not.
The last he did was the scary movie, though. That was really good, right?
But can you think of a movie that Kevin James was in? Movies like Zookeeper and Paul Blart.
And the one where he was a gay firefighter.
I don't think they're making those kinds of movies right now. So I feel like he wants to branch out, like so many other people have done, into this other thing. I mean, even Vince Vaughn did the Nazi thing where he was that like crazy Nazi character in the Cell Block movie. Everybody's trying to get a little bit outside of that box.
They won
I think
an
maybe.
Oscar.
Why not?
He was in The Crew. That was a TV show. Yeah, Hubie Halloween was 6 years ago. That's crazy.
Hubie Halloween.
No, the one
was
where
so
he was
great.
like a mass murderer. You watched it, Sean. Where it was like he switched bodies.
Yes. Yeah, it was like a Freaky Friday thing.
But it was...
That wasn't Kevin. That was Vince Vaughn.
No, he did it too. They both
have
did
a
it.
movie. This was like
that.
like a Deep Impact volcano,
I think she's right.
or Deep
Yeah.
Impact Armageddon kind of deal.
I think she's right. I think there's a movie where both of them do like a swap kind of thing.
Weird.
And certainly Kevin James was like a murderer guy. I don't remember what it was called.
We watched The
Says a
Rip
lot.
last night.
The Rip is great. They said Hialeah and The Rip so many times. If you drank.
And did you guys see it? Hialeah is angry. The city. Well, I have to
Hialeah
bring
was
this
kind
up.
of like puffing their chests at it. Like,
Well, we'll talk about this when we come back a little bit because there is a controversy over this in the new Matt Damon and Ben Affleck movie. We'll also get into. I said I have to stand up for this one company that I've done this before, but here we go. I'll buckle up. And the outrage over people not speaking out pops up again. We'll address that at some point in time here.
Violence is
And
violence.
A whole bunch more is on the way. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
That crash has been cleared up on I-4 eastbound approaching Osceola Polk Line Road. Traffic's starting to get by a little bit better now. Look out for that earlier accident on Valencia College Lane at Chickasaw Trail. Other than that, on the major roadways, you won't be expecting much really affecting your ride. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866.
Welcome.
Shift is coming. It's time
Behind
to
the scenes,
super
into
sure,
my dreams.
Not kind of sure.
Here you
not
are.
Pretty sure. Not a little sure.
Get
It's
out
super
of
sure.
my
The
dreams.
seismic shift is coming. Super sure. Coming soon.
Join Real Radio at Lake Eola Park in downtown Orlando for the largest pet festival in the United States. Pause in the park.
All right, we're going to stir it back up when we come back here. It's time to turn up the heat on the burner just a bit. I got some thoughts, okay? And I want to see what you think about it. Question number one, though, chat, before we get into this segment. Question number one. Do you care about celebrity opinions on the political topics of the day, political topic du jour, whatever the political thing of the moment is? Do you care about celebrity opinions on that topic, yes or no? Yes or no?
Superfoods for my body and which foods to avoid. They also recommend custom formulated
No!
uniquely for me. You can do
Right?
it. Get started at Biome.
Who cares what these idiots think? These people can't even go shopping for themselves. Half of these people have no idea what's going on with the causes they're talking about. Absolutely not. Nope. Don't care. Don't care but find it interesting. Nope. Not at all. Tend to vote the opposite of celebrities. Not even a tiny bit, says Tanya. Yeah. Who cares? I don't care what athletes think about world affairs. I don't care about what CEOs think about problems in the United States of America, especially ones that don't have to do with their companies. I don't care what celebrities think about whatever the cause du jour is of the moment. And by the way, they all have the same goddamn opinion on it. I don't care. I literally don't care. I put nothing to it. Celebrities in Hollywood tend to be so cringe about the level of value and power they think that is behind their voice. They thought they could stop a pandemic with a Beatles cover. These people are delusional, and you shouldn't care about their opinions at all. At all. But I'm going to throw some fireballs when we come back. I want to mix it up on this because I think there's a quest to bring us back to a bad place here. My deja vu is pinging, and I don't want it to happen. So I have some things to say. BDMX concept: celebrities and athletes tend to filter news through us versus them rather than true versus false. Yes, plus vibes. Yeah, I mean, they absolutely do. It's like, and there is just positively pressure from only one angle. And I'll get into that a little bit more. One sec. Okay. They all praise a certain country? Which one, pal? Which one? Only care what the Celebrity Apprentice thinks? Then why do you give us yours? I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a man with a mouth. Sean Watson story. They were the first to leave the country when it got hard. A lot of them also fall into this category, which I detest. I detest you people, okay? A lot of these actors that are most vocal about politics fall into this category of people who I detest. People whose entire philosophy, entire thought process about the United States of America and the world is America bad. These people are brain dead. You shouldn't listen to them. You shouldn't care about them. They're dumb people, and I hate them. I laugh in their face. And by the way, when I see a celebrity that's like America bad, and then over and over and over and over and over, that's their worldview, I won't watch their movies. I won't go see their stuff. I think you're annoying. And I want to vote with my wallet on some of this stuff. I'm not going to see your movie. I'm not watching your TV show. Didn't Ellen come back? Ellen tried to weigh in on ICE, but she didn't weigh in hard enough. So they got mad at her.
You're doing nothing. You're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian.
That's the problem in this country right now. It shouldn't matter what people's beliefs are. Just be cool.
Enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't
I wish. Chill, be cool, enjoy your life, enjoy the journey.
Really important. Experience the difference.
1 minute, we're coming back.
The Caribbean and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line.
Let's go, folks. Let's get it heated up a little bit again.
Norwegian Cruise Line ships purchased from Bahamas and USA.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools, it may not...
Here we go.
Is here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
And we're going to get to you if you have thoughts on the show, if you have thoughts about anything happening in the world of viral news or just this show, send those over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. One of the most annoying things that's like making my deja vu ping so hard right now is in the wake of this whole ICE situation in Minnesota with Renee Good being killed behind the wheel of the vehicle. And then this Alex Preddy guy who was killed interacting with the ICE officers, and his gun ends up on the ground somehow, some way. And then they just shoot him as they stripped his gun away from him. This has fired up the engine again of celebrities and activists. And it's one of the most annoying things. And we have to hit the brakes on this. This wasn't good when it happened any other time. It's not going to be good this time. And the thing is, like, people not speaking up is bad, or violence, or et cetera. Fill in the blank here. And now, after the ICE shooting, you have them going to NBA players and being like, what are your thoughts on ICE? What do you think about it? I don't care, and most people do not care at all what any NBA player or any celebrity in Hollywood, or for that matter, any CEO of a company thinks about any of this stuff. I don't care. I don't care at all. We went through like so many weird times like this, and there are people who are trying to draw us back into that territory where it's like, why haven't you made your anti-ICE statement yet? Why haven't you said anything about this? So there's a couple of things that I want to pull apart here. One is when people do this kind of stuff, and there's a bunch of celebrities that are coming out with this. One of them is, what's her name? The pop singer. I'll think of it in a second.
Billie Eilish. Swift.
One is Billie Eilish, but there's a lot of pressure coming from Hollywood people, from journalists and all this stuff to weigh in on this issue. They do not want people to have an opinion on this. They want people to have their opinion on this, right? That much is as clear as can be. It is only an effort to make everybody make the statement you want them to make, right? Like change your profile pic to this or whatever. Make the statement. It is not about, we just want people to voice their opinions. Because if you come out and you don't say enough, or if you disagree in some way, then it's like the mob coming after you, right? It's the same stuff over and over and over again. Some of the stories I've seen on this today are outrage over ICE has spilled into typically apolitical online spaces. And in the story from MSN, they're talking about subreddits like r/cat bongos. They're bringing up things. Oh my
gosh!
Border Patrol.
It's hit cat bongos.
It's hit cat bongos. A second
plane
is hit
what
cat
bongo
bongos.
you bonging?
And this is just, in all reality, an orchestrated thing that happens across the entire platform of Reddit to make every subreddit the same political thing over and over and over again. And it'll probably be like that forever and always. That's just how the platform works, all right? But more than that, there's been articles like this. Business Insider said American business leaders need to speak up about Alex Preddy's killing, and they have been overwhelmingly silent following the death of Alex Preddy in the hands of federal agents. The reticence is understandable. Who wants to anger Donald Trump and his supporters? But that's not an adequate response for many Americans. So the truth is, after all of this stuff has happened in Minnesota, there were some of the biggest corporations in the Midwest, 3M, all of these huge corporations that came together, all of their logos across this massive banner. And They all said, we need to tone down the violence. We need to find peace. It was like this nice positivity message. So the companies did come out and said that the violence needs to stop. But that wasn't enough, because that's not what any of these people want. They're demanding that you agree with them politically. They're demanding that you come out and make a statement agreeing with them politically. That's the only thing they want. This is about intimidation. It's about bullying and pressuring people in entertainment and sports and all this stuff to come forward and make statements about this stuff. They don't know anything about it. And most people are just like me on this issue. Most people do not give a damn what an NBA player has to say about the political topic of the day. Most people do not care what CEOs think about this. Guys, when it was 2000 after George Floyd died, I don't know if some of you have forgotten how crazy it got, but all of a sudden you knew what Oreos politics were. I knew what the motor oil company thought about equity and equality. I knew what all these things about the politics of a company. It's a company. Hormel, I shouldn't know what you think about politics. It should just be a spam company, all right? That's what I want you to make, and that's what I want you to do. But we pushed so much after this that there were weird things happening.
I blocked all their emails.
I don't think I'm crazy here. I think I'm remembering this right. One of the ones that stuck with me
Goya was a big one.
When everybody was coming out in the summer of protests after the George Floyd thing, and it was like, you must agree, silence is violence, you must share your opinion, you must have a thought on this political topic of the day. It went so crazy that I think at one point, Grand Theft Auto shut down in a tribute to George Floyd for a day. I'm almost positive that happened.
Apparently they've been shutting down for many years because we're not getting the new game.
Almost positive that was one of the many things that happened after that point in time. But this is not about people wanting somebody else to speak out. The people asking for this don't want an opinion. They want their opinion confirmed. And the pressure is on now. It's like, whoa, have you said anything about this? Why do you need to hear what a 24-year-old NBA player thinks about ICE? Why do you care? Why does anybody care about this? But they ask and ask and ask and ask.
I think it's kind of rude to ask, honestly. I think that the 24-year-old NBA player should be allowed to speak his mind if he wants to, but to kind of like
pressure,
to put him up there, to be in a press conference where you're supposed to be talking about the damn game that just happened, and like go, hey, just kidding, we want to ask you to say something that's going to piss off half the people that hear it.
Let me give you an example of this. Okay, there's a basketball player named Anthony Edwards. I don't know too much about him, but he seems like a really sweet guy. Anthony Edwards was sitting down at this press conference, and I guess he's pretty well known for not having a big presence on social media and not getting into this stuff. But they brought it up, and they were like, Anthony, what do you think about what's happening with the violence in these cities? And here's what he said.
Just a message to that community. Man, I just love Minnesota. All the love and support that they show me, so I'm behind whatever they would. And I don't really have social media, so I'm not in tune with everything, but I've heard about the stuff that's going on, so me and my family definitely praying for everybody.
So he said, me and my family are praying for everybody. I support the people of Minnesota.
Pretty neutral answer.
He's saying all of these things, like, and he's talking about bringing the violence down at some point in time. He brings up, but after that, the response is like, whoa, you said something, but not enough. It's like what you said was not enough. And they started coming after this Anthony Edwards guy in particular. They're like, this is your moment to stand up. You need to denounce ICE, and you need to say that this organization is like a bunch of Nazis or whatever. You must agree with us 1,000%. The social discourse around this is exactly mirroring on social platforms what it did after the George Floyd shooting.
Who said that?
Not everybody. Many, many, many loud voices online are suggesting that these people are in the wrong for speaking up and for not speaking up enough, I guess, or not agreeing with them. And it happens like this. Here's the pipeline. Okay. The pipeline goes like this. You have the media reporters who cover this stuff, who then start asking anybody from like a tennis player or everybody at the Vanity Fair Hollywood event, instead of asking them about their latest project or the latest movie, they're asking every single person what they think about topic X, whatever it is. And right now it's like ICE in Minnesota. So they go around to every single one of them, and then all of them have to answer or, go on the record with their opinion. And if their opinion isn't 100% in line with some of these people, they start to absolutely melt down about it. I can bring up 100 different examples of this across the social media platforms, but if you look for yourself on any platform where you could search for Anthony Edwards, you'll see people that were mad at that comment, at that message that he put out there, which to me was completely fine, completely and totally fine. And there was nothing about that I think most people would be upset by. But then you have more and more of the reporters just feeding back down the pipeline and asking more and more of these athletes. Some of them are it started out with them being like on Minnesota teams. So you're like, okay, at least there's some tie-in or something.
Well, he is a Timberwolves player.
Yes, he is. But then it started to become more than that. And they're asking just like everybody. And then the Billie Eilish thing is a good example of a celebrity being like, why aren't other celebrities speaking out about this? Well, it's ridiculous. You don't care about people speaking out about this. You only care about people agreeing with your worldview. You want to hear that people 100% agree with you. No one else cares about this. It's not going to change anything. The people in the streets who are protesting are doing far more than any of these losers who think like posting something on their Instagram story is an accomplishment. And it's just so reminiscent of what I saw a couple of years back with all this stuff. There's a lot of videos of athletes in particular being asked about this, but at the Vanity Fair event, it was like one person after another weighing in on this particular issue.
Oh, and the thing that just like, guys, get a new thing. You know, when I will go through Facebook and I flip through and a celebrity has come out against something, you go to the comments section. Terrible idea. That's doom scroll behavior right there. But I did it. You know, and then it's like the celebrity that speaks out and then constantly from the side that doesn't agree goes, who? These are big famous names.
It's popping up on their algorithm, their FYP, their front page, the Explore page. Like
what it is it's all a trap. It's a trap to first get somebody who doesn't probably know much about this issue to put their opinion out there. Then if their opinion is not 100% in line with the approved opinion, to give them heat for it. Then if they disagree in any way, you say who, and you demean the person to begin with who you asked or somebody else asked about this very topic.
Their career is over.
The whole thing is meant to like forge this alliance of everybody who just agrees to the same stuff. And it's stupid. And you could be a celebrity, you could be an athlete and not chime in on this. Do not feel the pressure from these idiots to agree with them.
If they want to, and you do see it, do you think that is just a response to pressure, or that they're using their platform to give their opinion, regardless of the clapback?
Some combination of the both, but I think mostly no one cares what these people think. Nobody really gives much of a damn what they think. That's why are you asking them to begin with?
Instead of being asked, like Martha Stewart, I saw her post yesterday, and she responded and said the only reason why she or felt the need to at that point was text she got from her granddaughter, and that's what kind of like hit her.
Right.
And she put out a statement. I didn't read the comments, but either way, I thought it was poignant, and I thought it was a little bipartisan, to be honest with you.
Her 14-year-old granddaughter told her that her silence is not excusable.
This is the core of the issue.
On top.
But the core of the issue is this idea that like your silence is inexcusable. Your silence is violence. Your silence is none of these things. You don't have to have an opinion on all of these things. And you don't have to align with the opinions of everybody else giving you this sort of pressure. You know, there's so many situations where people say this and they go, your silence is inexcusable on this issue. Do you think that when she said that, she would have been okay if she was like, all right, I'll chime in on the issue? I actually think ICE enforcing our immigration laws is a good thing. Or would she have rather her been silent?
There'd be a bunch of people that are backing her up too.
It's not about that.
What we're seeing is pull out of and restructuring of what ICE has been doing in Minnesota. So that had to have been a result of the outcry of what's happening now, and what's been happening is not good.
Nothing to do with celebrities. It had nothing to do with celebrities.
With the voice of the people, the mass amount of people.
It had to do with two things. People at a lot of large peaceful protests who were out there letting their words be heard by everybody, including the press. And the second group of people is people who went out there determined to stop these federal officers at every single corner that they possibly could and go out there and battle them on the streets. Because of those reasons, you've got the Department of Homeland Security pulling out in a lot of ways in Minneapolis in particular and heading elsewhere. And you've got the head of DHS, I think, being kind of demoted, even though I think they were trying to play that off like he wasn't being demoted. You've got a lot of changes that are coming from that. It has nothing to do with celebrities.
This is actually a really good thing for me.
Celebrities and the journalists around these celebrities constantly want to put a layer of importance to their opinions that nobody actually cares about. Nobody really cares about this. And it's like this weird thing where you get trapped where some radical fringe people demand that you make a statement. And then if the statement is not the correct statement, then they'll get you on that as well. It's just all stupid. It's all really, really dumb. And it's just deja vu crazy to me. We'll see what you think. Send an email or a dispatch. Those are two of the easiest ways to take part in the show. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your video or audio dispatch right now, or email tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. But the main thing, the takeaway for me is like when somebody says, you can't be silent on this. We need to have your opinion on this. They are not saying that they need to have your opinion on this. They're saying, we need you to agree with us. That's what they're saying. I can't remember the last time anybody's done anything like this for a cause that was Republican. I can't think of a single one. Maybe
Charlie Kirk.
Maybe the Charlie Kirk thing in the last 20 years. And even that, I think a lot of people were like, whoa, this is an overcorrection. Now people want us to weigh in on this, and they're making us make statements and stuff.
When you say the cause is Republican, are you saying that the people in the press that are asking for these opinions are asking for the side that supports ICE or does not?
I mean to say, let me try to clarify here. I mean to say, almost always, it's like, we need to hear you speak out on this topic. But what they want to hear is their same talking points, which are almost always these left-wing talking points. They want to hear those regurgitated back to them, and that's it, right? Anything else, anything less is going to be something that just causes more of a problem. Other than Charlie Kirk, for a short period of time, you don't see that going any other direction. It's not that they just want to hear people's opinions. It's that they want to hear that opinion. They want to hear that opinion, and they want to push people through social pressure to agree with the acceptable opinion. That's what I see over and over and over happening here. But we'll see what you think about this and much more, because I've got a story about a teacher writing two things on the Blackboard that we got to get into. When we come back, I want to talk about the TikTok backlash. People are freaking out about that. I haven't spent much time over on TikTok in the last probably 2 years.
My dinner was a TikTok recipe last night.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Maybe this is about your TikTok recipe. We'll see what's going on. We'll open that can of worms. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is.
Monsters in the morning.
She's a navigator. It's ingrained in her. She knows this.
This man needs a GPS to find the clitoris.
What? Did anybody bring mushrooms?
Shut up.
The Monsters in the morning.
Real radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Roadways are clear this afternoon. You won't be running into any accidents. No trouble tying you up or slowing you down on your commute this afternoon. There's some familiar delays still piling up, though, on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. That earlier accident's been cleared up on I-4 eastbound before Osceola Polk Line Road. You won't be running into any trouble there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Orlando's premier comedy club and restaurant is The Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. This week, The Funny Bone welcomes Brody Love and the LEO Comedy Jam on January 29th, Tommy Davidson on January 30th and 31st, and Nacho Redondo en Espanol on Sunday, February 1st.
Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in.
people I love. And the cool thing is at the party I was at, 4 of those people have had a scan at Life Imaging FLA. They care that much. And man, I gotta tell you, going through the process for my family and I was unbelievable, especially when you consider what the scan offers, and that is knowledge that can keep you
Stand by.
love for many years to come. That's good enough for me. And making this appointment, by the way, could not be easier. All you have to do is pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250.
Oh, keyword's right.
It will connect you.
Okay, weird.
Take advantage of this free heart scan. Just a few minutes.
Because there's a dispatch about it, an email about it, and I saw some people in chat. So maybe they timed it wrong or something.
Action does save lives. You'll love my friends over at Life Imaging
Weird.
FLA.
Yeah.
Monsters, are you looking for fresh pasta? The Neapolitan style pizza, you know, the Neapolitan style with the 00 flour and the perfect leopard charm.
Stand by.
Antica Woodfire Pizza and Market in Altamont Springs. Come see what
Got some breaking news coming in.
Altamont Springs restaurant in 2025 by the Orlando Weekly. Come for their $10.
Nothing huge, but something interesting.
For $10 on a Tuesday. Or join us for Wine Down Wednesday with half-price wine at dinner on Wednesdays. Antica Woodfire Pizza and Market in Altamont Springs. Just put Antica, A-N-T-I-C-A, Pizzeria in your phone's map to get the freshest pasta in Altamont Springs.
Hey, Russ Rollins,
All right.
guys, you know what? If your T is low, you got low testosterone.
How are we doing, everybody?
Back with Red Mountain
Are we hanging in there?
And if you get Red Mountain weight loss and get on testosterone therapy, they're going to give you 1 month.
Remember when De Niro said F Trump at the Oscars? That fixed it, right?
$299 value. Hey man, it's worth it. If you're getting older, doesn't mean that you gotta, feel old. Prescription testosterone restores your get up and go, and it'll have you feeling like you're 20 again. Gain more muscle, and
Sean, did you get your Melania documentary ticket yet? Is this Melania documentary actually being released in the theaters? Is that being released in the theaters?
It's a game changer, and you're gonna look better, you're gonna lose weight, and remember, you get a combo of testosterone and a GLP-1. It will burn that belly fat, and you're gonna get ripped. So this month, get your free GLP-1 medication.
Elena says, I agree with you, Sean. I don't need to know where celebrities and influencers stand on every damn political topic. I just want to be entertained.
Book your video appointment today. Go to
Yeah, I mean, it's like, we don't need to know where companies, CEOs, athletes, or celebrities are on these political topics for the most part. If they want to have a say in it, fine. But the idea that it's like, there's pressure because they're not using their platform to say something about this, that pressure is not really just about getting them to use their platform. It's about getting them to use their platform to say something that all these other people are trying to push out there, right? It's one agenda. Because like I said, if you went out there and you were like, oh my God, you're right, I should use my platform for this, and then you disagreed, that person would not be like, well, I'm at least happy that you used your platform to speak. Bullshit. You don't want them to do that because you just want them to use their platform to speak. You want them to do it because you want them to push your message. That's it. So I have to form my own opinion? Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Nirvana, Lannis, Pearl Jam, Weezer, No Doubt, and more. With free weekend. Your favorite era? Just a tap away. Open the free iHeartRadio app and listen now. What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Mainlining today's top stories. You're listening to the news junkie, Sean Wasson.
To you. We'll get some of your feedback here momentarily. And this TikTok meltdown, which don't shake your head. We'll make it all make sense here in just a moment. It's a Share the Show Tuesday on the show. And I hope you're spreading the word about the News Junkie Radio Show live stream and podcast in some way, somehow. Maybe liking the stream if you're over on YouTube. It's not a lot of effort, but it's appreciated no matter what. I appreciate you doing it. Or simply sending a link to a podcast or something else of the show to a friend and saying, hey, check this out. I think you might like this show. That would be very, very helpful. I have a bunch of different things that we need to get into. And, it's just about trying to squeeze all these clips in if there's time. I guess there's some new information coming in about the guy, Alex Preddy, in Minneapolis, who was shot and killed by federal agents, that he had a prior run-in with them. He had a prior run-in with ICE agents the week before, which I hadn't heard about this yet. Let's see what they said. They were talking about this on CNN.
Alex Preddy had a physical encounter with federal agents about a week before he was shot and killed by law enforcement. Sources tell CNN that Preddy broke a rib when a group of federal officers tackled him while he was protesting. Priscilla Alvarez is breaking that story for us. What else are you hearing, Priscilla?
This is new info.
Dana, we're learning more details along with my colleague Jeff Winter about what exactly transpired a week before Alex Preddy was shot in Minneapolis and died this past weekend. Now, in this earlier incident, he stopped his car after observing ICE agents chasing what he described as a family on foot and began shouting and blowing his whistle. Preddy later told one of these sources that 5 agents tackled him and one leaned on his back, appearing to leave him with a broken rib.
Okay, this is allegedly like a week before all of this took place. He had some sort of fight and a confrontation with these federal agents before that, and then he was claiming that his rib was broken in this back and forth. But let's see what else they said.
To this source, and I'm quoting here, that source said, quote, that day he thought he was going to die.
Oh.
Now, Preddy was later given medication that is consistent with treating a broken rib, according to records reviewed by CNN. Sources also say that he was known to federal law enforcement, though it's unclear whether it was this incident or another with federal agents that they knew of him. It's also unclear whether the officers who tackled him on Saturday knew who he was. What we do know, however, is that federal immigration officers have been collecting personal information of protesters and agitators within the context of what the Department of Homeland Security has warned is repeated threats towards officers as they are conducting immigration enforcement.
Okay, so they're blabbing on now, but basically, the claim was that I guess he had a physical altercation with ICE agents at least once prior to this, about a week before he was shot and killed in Minneapolis. And they said that he was like driving along and he saw some family getting pursued by these ICE officers. That's just new coming in now. So there you go. Make of that what you will, at least for the moment. Before we get into some of your responses here, there is a backlash on TikTok right now. People are saying they're deleting their TikToks. They're deleting them. And they're going to something new, which I had not heard of until now. They're saying the social network Upscrolled. This is TechCrunch talking here. Upscrolled is seeing
very close to upskirt.
Are we trying to change the direction we TikTok in?
I think so. Yeah, well, yeah. Wait, Upscrolled is seeing a surge in downloads following TikTok's U.S. takeover. I have not heard of this. Upscrolled is a social network that pledges to remain impartial to political agendas.
We'll see about that.
The app currently ranks 12th overall in Apple's App Store and second in the social networking category. It blends familiar features from Instagram and X, letting users share photos, videos, and text posts, discover new content, and send direct messages.
Oh, I've seen with TikTok, at least bigger creators that have many views all the time, they're noticing their views are going down since the buyout. I don't think necessarily because of any political views or hot topics of social justice, but just they're not getting the viewership since this merger or since the buyout.
It was only like a couple of days ago, right?
Correct.
The finality of the deal, the finality of the deal to get TikTok was only a couple of days ago. So I would be surprised if there was like massive changes going on in the algorithm that fast, but maybe.
But maybe the new company that has bought it, it's like we're not going to be paying these giant users as much as they have been paid, so their viewership's going down. I will say I've been seeing the same TikToks over and over again. And I looked at, on Monday, I talked about the exploding trees, and now there's a rumor going around that they don't exist. And just about every video on TikTok is about exploding trees and whether or not they exist after I talked about it. But
my issue, and I don't know if you're seeing this as well, or if you're seeing it, C-Lane, but my issue has been on most of the platforms where I peek in and try to see what's going on with the algorithm, I get old stuff.
Very old. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Where you have to look at the day, and it's hard to see on TikTok, but you go to the comments and this is from December 20th.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, that's what you meant by. I thought you just meant you got old guy stuff.
No, I don't get that.
Here's how you undo a Werther's.
I get some of that, but I don't get that. I mostly just get old stuff where I'll look and I'll say, this is from November. This is from like summer of last year. I am starting to see a lot older things. Even on my YouTube recommended screen, it usually gave me all the newest stuff from the people that I subscribed to and the content that I was interested in, which, just so you know, has absolutely nothing to do with news, the stuff that I watch mostly on YouTube. But now, instead of it being like, hey, here's the latest selection of stuff that you have, it's all stuff from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, last year. It's all old things. And I don't know if TikTok is doing that too, but I have seen what looks like a concerted effort to slow down algorithms a little bit so that when there's stuff happening in the moment, that doesn't immediately get lifted to viral, because
the opposite for Instagram. For
you don't know if it's dead bodies. You know, they don't know what the hell they're going to be looking at.
Or just you have all the technology. Why aren't you putting this is going to be hard to watch? Now you have to click another button to see and move forward.
There's too much. There's just you could do some of that with AI, but the amount of videos that are uploaded to these platforms and the amount of content that's posted on, let's say, YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, there's just too much for them to
they have no
be on top of all of it.
Looking at what I screenshot and sending me targeted ads for that. Can we not use that technology to kind of get
you can and they do, but what I'm saying is it's just like right now on YouTube. I mean, you're not under the any other opinion, I'm sure. You're not under any other thought process than that YouTube has a massive staff and they do their best, I'm sure you think, to like moderate pornography off the platform, right? Mm-hmm. But if you go to YouTube right now and search for that kind of stuff, you will find it.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Go ahead. YouTube.com.
Go ahead. You will find it. And you know why you'll find it?
Just type porn?
Because there's millions and millions of videos that are uploaded all of the time, and it doesn't catch everything.
Big TikTok.
What platform is getting more content uploaded at a faster pace, do you think?
Well, it depends on what you mean by that. If you mean more longer form content, it's almost undoubtedly YouTube. If you mean more content, generally speaking, just new uploads, it might be TikTok or a platform like that. But I'm not sure. I know it's a lot, no matter what.
I'm seeing documentaries. I can't say I'm not seeing any porn. I searched porn on YouTube.
Well, they're going to block out certain search filters.
All right, what's the code word?
The obvious one?
Sexy porn.
But like I've had this happen on almost all platforms where I'm searching for something about a story. And then as I'm searching for something about the story, as I'm scrolling a little bit further back, I'll see something that's adult content. And what the hell is this? And usually they try to do the basic stuff like sex, boobs, whatever. They block out some of these keywords. Boobs. But they just can't get it all. Like, let's see. Look for this for me, please.
Boob press ASMR.
How many videos are uploaded to TikTok every day?
Let's see. How many videos?
I will tell you this. It's all blurred on mine when I search sex boobs.
Right. And generally speaking, they're going to do that. But what I'm saying is it's on there. It's on there. And they have They have a never-ending battle to try to get rid of all of it, but they just can't do it.
The title's Hot Boob Kiss.
Around 34 million TikToks are posted every day, which breaks down to roughly 16,000 uploads every minute, or 273 videos a second.
See, that's astonishing.
YouTube?
The level of volume of this content that's uploaded, you can have moderators, you can have AI filters, you can have all the things that you want to, but there's still going to be ways to get around that kind of stuff. So I don't know. It says they bought TikTok, I guess, this American company for $14 billion. And the idea, I guess, that they would take TikTok and spend that much money on it and then completely eject the algorithm seems kind of unlikely to me.
Strange.
I mean,
it's weird that the users are just like, we want Chinese TikTok. We want Chinese TikTok.
There's no problem with that before because we got paid better.
Sean thinks he's on YouTube when he's actually on Pornhub. No, I know the sites where I'm on.
When you go to Pornhub, they're like, hello, I'm the CEO.
I know that
your state rules.
Almost all of these platforms have this problem, and they probably always will because it's impossible to get rid of all of it. Unless you do something like, I think YouTube Kids is one of the only platforms where there's some manual approval process for all of the content that actually ends up there so that they can keep that free and as safe as possible for the little kids that are on there.
You're saying they can't see hot, girly, hot kissing and boobs press her boyfriend?
Maybe not. I hope not. I really hope that they can't, but you never know these days.
The titles are wild.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into jury duty. That is on the way. Want to see what you are thinking about everything we've talked about today. In jury duty, I'll get to this teacher that wrote 2 words up on the black/whiteboard and what those words were. I still have
being
to come
very
out,
inclusive.
I still have to come out in defense of this company, and I've got something for you on that. And then we'll get into the final hour of the show before too long. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
UCF men's basketball's back in action tonight. They'll host Arizona State. Knights beat Colorado this past Saturday. That stopped a 2-game skid. As for the Magic, they've now dropped 4 straight games after they got blown out in Cleveland. Orlando takes their show on the road to Miami tomorrow night. And former NBA center Chris Dudley, he's looking to rebound in politics. He announced the second run for the governor of Oregon. I'm Scott Davidson.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Listen up. Some breaking news for you. You might be leaving money on the table. So why not get a free fast quote review of your mortgage by going to thatmortgageguy.don.com. Hit the compare button on the website and Don will review your quote today. He might even point out that money's on the table and it should be back in your hands where it belongs. Safe to say that Mortgage Guy Don is here for you. He has over 250 5-star Google reviews and over 1,100 reviews at Experience.com. So, Don knows what he's doing, and I could say with full confidence that he's looking out for you. If you want to see a difference, apply now and get a quote, or get a free analysis of your existing quote. But most importantly, work with an expert and a friend that you could trust. Go to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Looking for a workout that doesn't feel like a workout? At Crush Yard, wellness is all about movement, connection, and fun, no matter your skill level. Whether you've never picked up a paddle or you play every week, pickleball gets your body moving and your stress levels down. Adding great food, refreshing drinks, and a social atmosphere, and it's wellness you actually want to show up for. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
Russ Rollins here for Solar Source. You know, energy bills are going up every year. It's really, really getting high. Well, guess what? With Solar Source, you can get a home solar package for as low as $89 a month, guaranteed to save you money right away. Immediate maximum savings with your power bill. Get hold of Solar Source. They can help you. There's no money down, and all you got to do is $89 a month. Trusted by over 7.
No lab visit, no doctor's office. I sent away the test, and a short time later, I had my personalized results that blew me away. The test.
Hello. How are you?
That's V as in Victor, I-O-M-E, Viome.com.
How are you?
Oh, I'm going on a weekend cruise on MS.
YouTubers, if you're new here, hang out. I'm bringing you the most viral news on planet Earth every single day between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Eastern. Hang out with the show. Hit subscribe and watch each day. And not only is it every weekday from 11 to 3, but our viewers on YouTube and Twitch just unlocked a bonus stream for this Sunday. So that gives you 6 days this week. How about that? Border Patrol shooting in Arizona breaking? I haven't seen anything about this yet. I mean, I'll tell you before I look at this. Let's see. No matter what, even if this is a non-story, there will be more stories like this. The people who have been chasing around ICE in Minneapolis, it doesn't stop there. They've now seen a level of success. So other places, if they can get enough like-minded people, they're going to continue that strategy. Here's what I have from KVOA. A shooting incident occurred early this morning. Emergency responders arrived at the scene about 7:30 a.m. They confirmed the shooting involved a Border Patrol officer. They found one individual in custody in critical condition. Immediate medical care was provided before the patient was transferred to a local medical hospital. I'll bring this up, but there's nothing really. Just looks like there was something to do with an interaction with the Border Patrol, and somebody was shot. But there's not much out there. What time Sunday? Great question. Go vote right now at thenewsjunkie.com/poll. Thenewsjunkie.com/poll. You will decide if it's in the AM or the PM.
Reach out to if you need a new roof, you need new windows and doors. The fact is, it's not just me that thinks he's great. The Home Builders Network has been nominated by the Orlando Weekly as Orlando's best when it comes to windows and doors. So reach out to Mike, the home builder, and his team. They're very professional, and they can help you. It's Home Builders.
Ryan says, why is ICE going to the Olympics? I had that same question, Ryan.
Go to homebuildersnetwork.com.
I agree. I'm not sure why there was an ICE contingency headed for the Olympics, but I have that in the pile, so maybe we'll get to it at some point in time. I'm just telling you what I see on NBC. No opinion yet? Yeah, no, I mean, that's fine. I don't have an opinion on it either. Neither one of us should, right? Not at this point in time. When is the more likely time to be white girl wasted? AM or PM? Could be either. Don't let that affect your choice over at thenewsjunkie.com/poll. I've already got some content for this weekend, for the stream. It's going to be a fun one. Fun times.
I got this. Okay, I don't got this. You stay on the couch, then I'll grab the Dayquil. Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu.
Okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms. I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ETHOS.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Mainlining today's top stories. You're listening to the news junkie, Sean Wasson.
Who wrote 2 words on the whiteboard? 2 words. And it's caused an uproar. What did the teacher put on the whiteboard? We'll talk about that in just a moment. We roll on into Share the Show Tuesday. And speaking of rolling on, this can happen to anybody. I'm sure C-Lane, as a relatively new-ish parent, will verify that this could happen to absolutely anybody.
I'd like to hear what happened first.
These people in particular had their baby tumble out of their vehicle, and I just want to reiterate, it could happen to absolutely anybody.
Was it a Jeep with no doors?
I got to get the video of this.
Oh, there's video.
Yeah.
I will say this hasn't happened to me.
Not yet? Okay. Yeah, I mean, be careful. I got to get the actual video. I was watching it earlier. But is
that why you were laughing so hard during the break?
I wasn't laughing at it, okay?
Also, do you search baby rolling out a car and you can't find which one it is?
No, I found the video. I'm just trying to bring up one that I can share here with everybody. This is from ABC News, I believe. And they said that a mother was arrested after her toddler fell out of a moving SUV. Here it is.
A mother has been arrested after her 19-month-old tumbled out of her SUV while she was driving.
There's a kid.
The video here is a little tough to watch, but we can tell you the child is expected to be okay.
Scoops him up.
See the SUV here making that left turn into Fullerton
Right
intersection when the passenger door opens and the toddler falls out.
Wow, that's wild. Okay.
That
I'll
all
put this
happened
on-
very fast.
I'm telling
I'll
you,
put
with
this on
my
See
brake
Now.
pads right now, that baby be dead.
How does this happen? All right. There is a Mercedes vehicle driving down the road, black Mercedes. As they're going down the road, the door opens and a baby falls out. Thank God the baby does not get hit by the tire here. And the vehicle drives by, and then there's just a toddler.
And that car stopped.
That car stopped on a dime. I wonder if the car knew the baby was there.
I mean, I
Maybe
don't know.
it's an updated car that saw, baby in the road.
So
Automatic brake.
the only thing I can think of is that this person had their baby in the passenger seat of their vehicle, and maybe it started clawing at the door handle.
But a baby that tiny
Yeah, but why is the baby not locked in?
Oh, the baby absolutely, positively should be locked into a seat at this age. This thing is tiny, tiny, tiny.
Be safer in the trunk at this point.
Right out onto the
Wow.
street.
Oh my God, that other car almost just.
It was so close.
SUV here making that left turn into Fullerton intersection when the passenger door
Unreal.
opens and the toddler
doesn't look
falls
real.
out. It
Thank
appears
God.
it was the front passenger door as well.
Yeah,
The
she
mother
grabs the
stops
baby.
SUV, picks
All
up the
right, bye.
child, and
Thanks so
gets
much.
back into the vehicle before driving away. 35-year-old Jacqueline Marie Hernandez of La Habra, now behind bars on suspicion of child abuse. Her arrest comes days after the January 20th.
Wow. And thank God that car behind them, when this baby comes tumbling out on the street, was able to hit their brakes so fast.
You know the scene in Home Alone where Kevin McAllister is crossing the street and the guys in the LK van are not paying attention, and so they almost hit him, and they just come to a stop, and he just like, ah! And then like, they stop, and it's like, his nose is touching the van or something like that.
Yeah.
That's how
He's
close
got-
this baby was to getting run over.
Even the
Like
baby was got up on its own, was about to walk away and get back in the car.
Like the hood ornament in the Home Alone version is right at his nose.
Yes.
And in this case, the front bumper of the car that was behind this person, well, I'm maybe a couple of inches away from this baby, 19 months old. And the reason why this woman has been arrested is because, quite obviously, that baby was not properly restrained.
How did this happen?
There's
Even
no
a
doubt about it.
child lock would have changed the game for her.
Yeah, that's scary right there. So let me see. I'm going to put this up on See It Now. I'll put toddler tumbles out of SUV. You can check it out when you get a chance because this is a visual, and I want you to be able to see things when we talk about it. So there goes nothing. Go check that out over on thenewsjunkie.com. I'm popping it up right now, and it's set for you on the See It Now section. Now, here we go. Let me adjust back here, go over here, and it's time to do this. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, there's lots of attorneys that want your business, and it's business. You're going up against the insurance companies. You might be able to get some money out of the situation. Make sure you bring that case to somebody who cares, somebody who you hear on the show and you gotten to know them over the years. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or justcallmo.com. We're actually we need to take a break here because we've been running a little bit behind on some of these segments. When we come back, I want to get into the teacher who wrote something on the whiteboard and now is in control, is in some controversy and in some form of trouble. But I also want to talk about these teens that were arrested after a viral door kick-in challenge. That's got to get worked in here. And I still got to defend this company. That's just a little peek at what we have coming up. And it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Wherever your plans take you on Super Sunday, you can take the big game with you. From the opening kickoff to the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy, Real Radio 104.1 is the home of Westwood One's coverage of Super Bowl 60.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The roadways are as chill as the weather. Traffic's keeping cool on the major roadways. You won't be running into too much trouble affecting your ride. No issues, no accidents tying you up or slowing you down on the major roadways. On I-4, you're just going to get caught up in some familiar delays piling up in through the city and getting through that Lake Buena Vista area. There's always congestion. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Be bold, get cold. On February 14th, take the plunge for a cause that matters at Aquatica Orlando. Join the Polar Plunge and help support more than 80,000 Special Olympics Florida athletes across the state. Go solo or build a team. Earn swag and make a splash for inclusion. All while warming hearts, even if the water's freezing. Fundraise, create a costume, cheer loud, and plunge for a great cause. Get more info at realradio.fm/events. That's realradio.fm/events. The Polar Plunge, the coolest event in Florida. Literally.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth attorney are truly in sync.
Hello.
Every day on your behalf.
School Mike, you're looking for.
Your advice should become more coordinated.
Stand by.
More fragmented. One plan, one trusted team.
Hey, how are you? Make sure you're following, subscribing. If you're on Twitch, follow. YouTube, subscribe. It's free. Free. If you sub on Twitch, you get one smooch per month from me. I'll give you one smooch per month. I'll get a little handsy if you want it.
Renewal by Anderson is celebrating
Some above the pants stuff, possibly.
for a limited time. Buy one get 40% off all replacement windows and doors. And here's more.
I believe Mega Chat is dead.
Zero down, zero payments.
Oh, whoa!
Interest Renewal by Anderson's acclaimed impact
See you later.
are built for Florida.
Can you check the chat? Mega chat is like not moving. Maybe we can refresh it or something?
Year-round. Offer ends January.
Like chat is moving, but mega chat on the screen has stopped.
That's bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. License number.
How long has that been frozen for? It's just sitting there?
Renewal by Anderson.
People tune into the stream think nobody's watching this show, nobody's commenting at all?
Reward yourself or someone else with a luxury pre-owned Rolex from International.
I said it an hour ago? Gah!
Everything's been authenticated.
I didn't see it.
Brian Leclerc, who scours the world to find the highest quality Rolex timepieces, immaculate, well cared for, flawless. You're gonna find that.
Alright, C-Lane's logging into the system.
Overall condition of the watches looks very much mint, the way that you'd want it.
You might just need to refresh it.
When you shop at IDC, between the ones that you get at your authorized dealer and what we have here. And unlike the authorized Rolex dealers, IDC.
Oh, he straight up shut that. Whoa.
You want a Pepsi? We've got it. You want a Batman? We've got it. You want a Sprite? We've got it. You want a Bruce Wayne?
Okay, that refreshed it.
This price is your.
Hope that didn't start another stream.
Pricing looks like in the
No, it didn't.
around us, and we know that we completely obliterate the competition when it comes.
Stand by if you got a glitch, if you got a bump in your stream. Hang on.
Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennium.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach.
1 minute left.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't
Folks, are you there?
enzymes to break down food, but EPI is
It's still busted.
Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor.
Weird. Okay, I'll fix this. If I can't get it fixed during the show, I'll fix it after the show because there's something wrong.
I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu
It's
provides
weird, it's not working.
relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Yeah, I tried to get into No Machine and it's coming up black.
Children.
Okay. All right, we might have to look at it afterwards.
You do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Friend. F-R-I-E-N-D. Friend. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the new.
Hour is on. Our chat is broken. Mega chat is broken on the stream.
No.
Makes it seem sad during the break, like there's nobody commenting.
Nobody talks to us.
Just dead chat over there. It's not. We'll work on that. I might have to fix it after the show at some point in time here. Welcome in on a Share the Show Tuesday. Take a seat. Let's hang out for the power hour of the show. I missed this in jury duty, so we'll get to it in just a moment. This is the story about the teacher who is in trouble, and the teacher wrote something on. Earlier I said whiteboard / Blackboard because I always wonder if I'm saying Blackboard, do I sound like an old boomer because they don't use Blackboards anymore?
They don't. Chalkboard is not a thing.
Yeah,
I don't know what
dead.
they use.
I think they have like whiteboards that also can do some kind of presentation style stuff.
Smartboard.
Yeah, I think they're smart. I think they have like smart boards in a lot of the classrooms.
Last year in high school, they tried to introduce the smartboard, and it was chaos. It didn't work half the time.
We didn't have that at all.
It was like markers on top of it. But that, I mean, I also didn't have a laptop. I can go to school every day, and now all the kids do.
Well, this particular teacher goes up to the whiteboard and writes 2 words, and it started off
good luck.
A firestorm. It's not D's nuts. It's not good luck. Here's what happened, and we'll go over the story from ABC 7.
He works at Gary Elementary School here in West Chicago. His social media post was on a site talking about immigration enforcement activities. It was just 2 words long. He said, "Go ICE." That comment is drawing an angry response from a crowd of more than 100 parents and community members.
I see 20
They filled
parents.
West Chicago's city council chambers this morning to express their frustration and outrage that, according to officials, the teacher is still employed by the school.
Where is the due process for all the people that are being kidnapped on the streets?
At home, we teach our children to be respectful to the teachers.
All right, old lady, hang on one second here. They said in the story that I looked at earlier that we wrote it on the whiteboard. This is saying that he wrote it on social media. That's what that said. Hold on, let me look up the guy's name so we could find another story on this. It's at Gary Elementary School, and it says parents are outraged about a 2-word post. This teacher, they're talking about, on his own social media, posted "Go ICE." And it says, "Go ICE" allegedly caused so much fear that many students stayed home from school, which is ridiculous. And they said Emma Villa is this grandparent who's upset. There was a whole hearing here where these people were upset about this. And this went to one of the mayors of, this was weird. Hang on.
He posted on Facebook. I'm seeing that on Fox News.
Okay.
Shortly after, activists in the predominantly Hispanic community quickly began sharing the post. So I'm not saying any whiteboard stuff.
Yeah, the story I saw said he wrote it on the whiteboard in the classroom. That might have been incorrect, or maybe they changed that as they went. And he had just posted. It's even worse if these people got outraged about this.
Honestly,
and he posted it just on his social media account.
I'm seeing change.org petition, and it's saying that he wrote it in response to a community article. So it wasn't even a post on his own, that it was just a comment.
All right, this is the mayor of West Chicago, which I didn't know existed. The mayor of West Chicago, Daniel Bovee, is also talking about this teacher in a video that he made. And I guess he's saying that this teacher was in the wrong. And let's hear from the mayor.
Many of you know that this week there was an incident where an employee at one of our schools in District 33 made a social media post cheering on the activities of ICE. And it was extremely hurtful and offensive to many people in our community.
Okay.
And let me just, first of all, explain why that is so hurtful and offensive. Because some people have asked, don't teachers have First Amendment rights?
By the way, this is a huge distinction. This is actually a much bigger deal. If the teacher wrote "Go ICE" on the whiteboard, I could see you taking issue with the teacher bringing their opinion into the classroom.
Correct.
And I could actually see you going after the teacher a little bit in that circumstance.
Legally, though?
Legally, you're in a little bit of a more confusing place there, because that came up a lot after the Charlie Kirk stuff with some people that got fired.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, if it's on his own social media platform and the teacher posted "Go ICE" and that's it, well, I mean, this goes back to my point where you don't want people to speak out. You want people to agree with you. Because this person has spoken out, and their opinion is that they want ICE to continue doing whatever they're doing. They want ICE to continue to find illegal immigrants and deport them or whatever. And this person wrote "Go ICE," and they happen to be a teacher. That's so incredibly different than if they utilized a classroom to kind of propagandize to children or something, which happens from time to time. I see a lot of stories like this. But this guy's like, people's feelings were hurt by this. What? Who cares? Your feelings were hurt by the teacher posting this on their own social media account?
I honestly thought when you said 2 words, I thought that the words were going to be F ICE. And then I think, okay, if he wrote that on the chalkboard, there would probably be some people that take issue with, the expletive being up there.
What if he wrote that on his Facebook instead of "Go ICE"?
Don't care.
Does he have on his Facebook, though, that he's a teacher at this place?
I don't know.
There's no indication.
Let's see what else this person says. It may have been indicated that his job was with the county as a
They
teacher.
have political opinions. And yes, of course they can. Teachers can have political opinions. They can express their political opinions.
I'll remember that.
In appropriate ways. What makes this different is this. This school district, the school where this happened, we have multiple students who have lost their mom or dad in the last few months in these ICE raids.
This is an emotional argument.
We have students who go home fearful every night, wondering if their mom or dad is going to be there.
This is all nonsense. This is all an emotional argument. It's either right or wrong. It's either okay or not okay for a teacher to post Go ICE on their social media platform.
Okay, but riddle me this. If he does...
Hold on. It's not okay because you have a sob story about some kids at school whose family members were deported. That has no impact on this whatsoever. He's just making an emotional argument. What were you saying?
It would have an impact. If those kids find out, then that's going to take away from their learning, thinking their teacher is totally
Their teacher disagrees with them?
They're kids.
Who cares?
I mean, it will have an impact in how their education is going to
All right.
go.
So let's now let me present to you another scenario. Let's say there's a teacher that says, I want ICE out of our city. I want ICE out of our city on their public social media. And there are kids in the school whose family members were killed by illegal immigrants who broke the law and came in this country and then killed one of their loved ones. Same thing applies to that because the kids are upset now?
I guess if that has emotional distress on them, that would take away from their learning that day. So
why are we worried about things that have emotional distress on a couple of students at the school?
Because kids are vulnerable.
Who cares?
I mean, has an impact on their education. They're not going to pay attention if they're upset.
The impact on their education is the biggest impact on their education is that half these kids can't read or write. That's the biggest problem that they're facing right now. This is about somebody not agreeing
so the kids that
with
stayed
them.
home should have been applauded because they could read it.
This is about somebody not agreeing with them. It goes back to all the stuff I was saying earlier. It's about we want you to speak out, but you can only say one side of things. You can only say the accepted public opinion, the talking points of the day. This teacher said, go ICE. And now we appeal to emotion by saying there are some kids at this school that were impacted by this. You could do that with every topic ever. You could find somebody whose family was impacted and then use them as your emotional argument as to why this teacher couldn't do this. That doesn't matter anything to me. The only question is it allowed or appropriate for a teacher to post their own opinions and feelings on social media about something like this? That's it. If they have something in the, the employment manuals, if they have rules for the county or whatever that says you can't talk about things like this even on your public social media, then that would be something that the teacher agreed upon. And if they're violating that, then fine. But the sob story of like there's kids who are upset about this, who cares? The kids get like a heckler's veto and the teacher doesn't get an opinion anymore. That doesn't add up to me.
I'm sure it varies from school district to school district, but somebody in the texting service says, as an educator, we're told we do need to watch what we put on any social media because we can be held accountable for it. Which,
well, what does that even mean?
It just means that they probably say it in a blanket enough way to say that if you put certain things that don't reflect nicely on the school on social media, that you will be called into the office.
Also, if that's your angle and you're the mayor or anybody else who's going to come out and talk about this publicly and go against this teacher for expressing their opinion, why don't you say we don't want teachers posting stuff like this on their social media profiles instead of we don't want them posting this opinion on social media profiles? Why? Why not? Well, because there's kids at this school who have been impacted by this stuff. The emotional argument comes back in. This doesn't add up to me. It feels like this guy is like, I'm going to go after this teacher because he disagreed. That's what it sounds like.
A lot of parents were upset by it. A lot of people showed up.
A lot of parents?
People showed up to that meeting, did they not?
There were some people at the meeting, yeah, but that doesn't really matter either to me. If people get upset about what the teacher posts, it goes back to the same thing. Is the teacher allowed to post this or not? This is all at the same core issue. Like, do you have the right to be so offended by somebody disagreeing with you that they shouldn't have their job or that they should be like bounced out of polite society. That's the core issue that happens in a story like this. And if this teacher, I guarantee you, had said the opposite about ICE, there would be no hubbub about this. The mayor would not be chiming in. There would not be people at some sort of public hearing, like a dozen people or whatever, showing up and saying that their kid was upset about this and the teacher should be fired. None of that would happen. None of that would happen.
Unless there were those kids that you described that, were the victims of some sort of violence from undocumented immigrants.
The only example of this that I have seen in any sort of recent history is, to go back to it again, the Charlie Kirk situation, which, just for the record, if you weren't keeping score, a lot of these teachers that were fired over far more aggressive posts than Go ICE in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. In fact, celebrating his assassination and all these other things. Horrible things. An assassination that took place on a school campus, for God's sake. Those teachers, almost all of them that I've seen, have either gotten their jobs back or gotten six-figure or more payouts from the schools that fired them.
Okay, what about the teachers that shared or made it known that they were gay or used pronouns that the children or the parents' children had made known that they were going by? We've seen teachers that were fired for that, no? You saw the uproar attached to it?
Explain to me what you're talking about. A teacher that does what?
There was a massive movement, a bill that was signed that was called by the public the Don't Say Gay.
Right.
And teachers were losing their jobs because of their attachment or their support of the LGBT community by using the preferred name or pronoun by a child. Also made big news not too long ago. Why are you acting like this didn't exist?
I'm not acting like it didn't exist. I was letting you finish your point, and now I'll come to tell you what I was going to say. This is an example of there being a regulation put in place in Florida law about what teachers can or cannot talk about in the classroom, and regulations, I guess, on the gender that they can refer to kids as when their parents agree or disagree with that. There was a teacher who went against the wishes of a parent and was referring to a student as a different gender than they actually were. And as I recall, I think that teacher may have been successful. I don't know if that's the ending of that, but I think that teacher might have been successful in their fighting back on that. But that's something that was explicitly put down in Florida law, I believe, in that case, that you weren't supposed to do. This is not the same thing. This is a teacher just saying Go ICE on their Facebook page.
Maybe we have to put this in regulation. Have all the
teachers can't say Go ICE?
Or they can say Go ICE, and that there's not going to be any sort of repercussions for it. I mean, it seems like we're getting a lot of mixed signals here. Whether you agree or do not agree, or one side agrees or doesn't agree, it seems to be an issue every single time. So
that's
it seems like it needs to be put black and white.
That is the point. This is my entire point. I'll say it as clear as I possibly can. My entire point is it's either okay or it's not okay.
Right.
That's it. It's either okay or it's not okay.
Paper. Make it a regulation.
But it's not on a paper in this situation.
Let's do it.
It's just that they have decided that they disagree with this particular person. So the mayor is now going after him. And he's like, these kids, their feelings were hurt by this. This says a teacher is on administrative leave and faces possible termination after posting 2 words, Go ICE, on Facebook in support of law enforcement. Local leaders and groups are demanding that he be fired, according to this particular post. Social media exploded with commenters saying the teacher was an effing piece of S. A flyer demanded termination because any expression of support for ICE is, quote, inappropriate and unsuitable for an educator. The flyer said that keeping this teacher will disrupt the emotional welfare and therefore the education of our students. Local Democratic leaders joined in on this, includes Karina Villa, I don't know who this person is, who posted a message saying she stands in unwavering solidarity with those demanding action, given the, quote, disturbing comments reportedly made by an educator. Again, all this guy posted, as far as I can tell, is Go ICE on his personal social media account. Well, let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Let's get into some of your emails very quickly and see what's going on with you. Phil emails the show and sends along a story says Broward County Corrections Officer has been arrested for smuggling drugs to inmates, according to deputies. And this is Chloe Deaton. It's a female officer, I'm assuming, is facing several charges as she's accused of possessing and delivering controlled substances, Suboxone. Isn't Suboxone the thing that you use to get off of drugs like heroin? I thought that's what that was. I might be wrong about that. Suboxone without a prescription and methamphetamine and bringing the drugs into a jail complex.
Maybe she was trying to help somebody by like tapering off their meth use and then giving them the Suboxone.
Am I right about that, or is it something else? Suboxone, I might be getting wrong.
It's a maintenance treatment of opioid use disorder alongside counseling.
I mean, of all the things you can sneak into a prison, that seems a little bit less, but methamphetamine as well.
Sneaking Nicorette in there because they can't have cigarettes.
After reviewing jail phone calls from inmates believed to be involved, the sheriff's office was told that a person was attempting to purchase Suboxone, an FDA-approved medication for opioid addiction, this says, which is a Schedule III controlled substance in the state of Florida. Possessing it without a prescription is illegal. So this woman was like bringing this into the prison, I guess, and giving it to a bunch of these. 60 strips of Suboxone she gave to an inmate, and they did whatever from them. She was fired. This particular lady in Brevard was fired for doing this. Thank you, Phil, for sending that over. We got a lot of you chiming in on various things on the show today. I still got to get to this company that I wanted to step up and defend. We still got to get to these teens that have been arrested in Deltona. There's a lot more to do and only a little bit of time to do it. So let's try to work it all in. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Robots don't get sarcasm. We bathe in it. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
It's the calm before the afternoon drive storm. There's no issues on the major roadways slowing you down. There's some debris on the roadways on I-4 westbound before that 408 ramp junction causing some slowdowns, but that's about it. You're just going to get caught up in some typical delays on I-4 getting through Celebration. No issues on Florida's Turnpike, I-95, or the Beach Line. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Stand by, go back. Oh, yeah. Hang on, what's that?
Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again.
Let me see if I fix that.
Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
That?
Is this on?
Yeah, no, it's not nothing. Oh.
Week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Real power isn't what you hold. It's what you give to those around you. That's why you need a network that lets you share its power with the ones you love. With Total Wireless, you and your family can get 4 free 5G phones for just $25 a month per line. Now that's a total power move. Visit your neighborhood Total Wireless store. Offer ends April 15, 2026 or while supplies last. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a total base 5G unlimited plan. Port in and ID verification requirements vary by device. Limit to 4 devices per account.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best?
Folks, here's the deal. Mega Chat is currently broken. I am not trying to censor you. I don't mind if you say go ice or F ice. I really don't care. As I think most of you probably agree. But Mega Chat is busted, and it probably won't be remedied until after the show is over. So for that, I apologize. Oh, thank you. Abraham Dragonfriend says, hang on. Did he just make that post under a comment under another person's post, or what was the context of the post he commented go ice on? I don't know. I can look it up, but I don't know. Just watched the video of the baby falling out of the car 50 times. Mind-blowing. Just absolutely amazing that person hit the brakes that was behind them, because that baby would have been dead.
services and water treatment services, and that's just
And that mother probably would have been in prison.
today at 407-327-6000 or learn more at modernpi.com.
We need to be allowed opinions, all of them. Eddie and I would disagree on stuff, but I bet we come together on things. Anybody should be allowed opinions, especially on government agencies. I mean, well, yes, not only is this an opinion on a government agency, it's a government agency that is absolutely legally authorized to do what they're doing, to enforce immigration laws in the United States of America. So if it's just generally about ICE, the biggest hang-up I would have is if it was an article about the kid dying or the guy who was shot and killed. Hang on, let me see. I'll find that so we can hit that when we come back. Stand by.
Thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TALK to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TALK to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TALK.
And the winner of the iHeart Podcast Award is... You can decide who takes home the 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards Podcast of the Year by voting at iHeartPodcastAwards.com now through February 22nd. See all the nominees and place your vote at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Friend. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the news.
If you don't mind, go do that over at thenewsjunkie.com. That's where you can learn all about the show, subscribe to the podcast, and even share the show on a Share the Show Tuesday. Some people on chat were asking during the break, and I think this is an interesting question. I don't think like everything hinges on this or anything, but I think it's an interesting question. They were saying this elementary school teacher who is at the center of this firestorm, who wrote "Go Ice" on social media. Did they do it in response to what are the stories about somebody getting shot and killed? Did they, what was it in response to? Which I think is an interesting question. But WLS,
kind of a fair question.
Yeah, WLS ABC News in Chicago says, just to give you some more details, an elementary school teacher's social media post is drawing outrage from some parents in the west suburbs. The post was a comment in response to an article about immigrations and customs enforcement. Parents and others who are upset with the teacher's public support for the agency gathered in a protest on Monday. The teacher works at Gary Elementary School in West Chicago. His apparent post was just 2 words long on a social media page talking about immigration activities. It said, "Go ICE." It doesn't say it was about like anybody dying or anything like that. And it doesn't say, it was about like just a general immigration activity post or something is what it seems like from this ABC 7 piece. The comment drew an angry response from a crowd of more than 100 parents and community members. They filled West Chicago City chambers on Monday to express their frustration and outrage that the school still employs the teacher. So they want the teacher fired for Get ICE, the comment on their social media page. Where is the due process for all these kids being kidnapped on the streets, says an activist, Victor M. Just the word kidnapped is activist language. At home, we teach our children to be respectful to the teachers, and we expect the same for the teachers to be respectful, says somebody else who's on the scene. Again, I think this so obviously just boils down to they didn't care about this teacher posting anything on social media. They just cared that the teacher posted something that they disagreed with on social media. And I think that's a terrible precedent to set. I think teachers are going to have opinions about things. If schools want to have rules, if cities or counties want to have rules about what kind of interactions teachers, when they're employed by those cities or counties, can have while they're employed on social media platforms, fine, whatever, they can work that out. But just policing comments like this from an elementary teacher that weren't in the classroom and that go ICE. If you're saying go ICE just in general, ICE is a federal agency, folks. ICE is an agency that's been around and it has been authorized by the federal government to deport people who aren't legally in this country. Okay? That's why this is sort of a really strange thing. This isn't some terrorist group. It isn't Go Al-Qaeda or Go ISIS, which is something that I might understand a whole lot more. Or even Go Hamas, after October 7th or something. I could see where you might say, well, there's an issue there. Again, I'd like to know a little bit more about the thread that the comment was on, but I don't know that it matters that much. It seems like they're just trying to utilize these kids and say that they're upset and that for that, the teacher should be fired, meaning that any teachers that want to express support for an organization can't do it. But I'm quite positive many, 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 many of them can not only express disdain for the very same group, but we've even seen schools and teachers' unions and all sorts of other groups make explicitly anti-ICE statements publicly in the last couple of months. So that, to me, doesn't really add up. But we'll see what you have to say about this with some dispatches in just a moment here. Very quickly, I wanted to get over to Anthony, who said, hey, speaking of sign language interpreters, it always makes me think of that hilarious guy in Florida who made all those crazy gestures, and it later came out nothing that he did was even remotely accurate.
I remember that. That was a good time.
I think it was during Rick Scott's time as governor. Thanks, Tony.
It was during
Thank you for the email.
that turned out everything he was saying was just, he was just making up hand signals.
That wouldn't have been Rick Scott, would it?
No, it would have been DeSantis, I thought.
Yeah, he said during Rick Scott's time as governor. Here's the thing. I think this has happened a bunch. There was one that I remember in particular that was like a Nelson Mandela thing or something. It was on stage, and there was an interpreter who was doing a whole bunch of stuff, and a couple of people who know sign language were like, that is not, this guy's making this up. Then there was one of the people who was at the hurricane press conference who, again, ASL people who were watching were like, this doesn't make any sense. It's gobbledygook. And that person was making it up. So there's been like a strain of these stories where people are not being honest about that, I guess. Last one here. This is John Q. Public, who says, I saw this and I thought of you. And I don't know what I'm... somebody said Spooky Dookie from a long time back on the show. All right, thank you. Yeah, I'm not playing that video because I have no idea what that person says, and it looked quite creepy.
He did look a little off.
He looked like their child predator vibes were going on with this person, but to each their own. All right, let's get to some of your feedback here. Here is Bangs talking about the teacher situation.
This reminds me of that teacher that got fired a while back for just posting pictures of her in her bikini on Facebook. Will always be subject to the will of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see how this wouldn't be a straight violation of the First Amendment of his freedom of speech, because he's not doing it in the classroom. He's not calling for violence. He's just expressing his support for something.
Yeah, it seems pretty clear cut to me. I mean, it seems like if this is not okay, then teachers are not allowed to post anything online. You're just literally not allowed to have an opinion unless it's the acceptable opinion. But, there we go down that same path again. It's like this. It's more about disagreement than speech. I truly believe that. I think it's more about disagreement than speech. And I think a lot of people who hear this and support it, the reason they hear it and support it is because they agree with it. They agree with it. And they don't want the speech that they disagree with either. But the most important thing about speech, this is a key thing to know as somebody just participating in American society, is not just stuff you agree with, right? It's stuff that you disagree with too. And 2 words that I don't think were enough to have any teacher get fired or even have like a witch hunt going after them have created a bit of trouble here for this particular person in Chicago. Indica Soul has another dispatch.
Don't always agree with you, but guess what? That's okay. Today, I do agree with you with this. The school systems are a joke. They push kids through that can't read. I mean, into junior high school. It's a reality. This is really what is happening. And also now, nobody is allowed to have their feelings hurt.
Nobody.
So as a child, you're not going to develop thick skin at all. And somehow, as you get older, I guess your parents are going to hold your hand the whole way.
Please.
And sugarcoat everything for you, and everything's going to be all right.
Yeah.
I mean, no adversity.
Yeah. The only thing I think is worth mentioning, Indica Soul, is I don't even know how much the kids know about this. I think the kids are largely being used as props by adults.
I would hope they don't know a lot about it.
Like the kids, the
it's an elementary school.
Right. Yeah. The adults go, why can't this teacher say this? This teacher expressed their opinion online. The adults are like, there are kids at this school and their families have been affected by this. And the reason why that's a problematic argument is because it could be used by literally anybody to silence literally anyone. You can use that to silence anybody that you disagree with. My child was offended by this because of X. And then, therefore, the teacher can't say anything, or whoever can't say anything.
Somebody brought up a point where it's like, obviously, it's not the fact that most of the kids that would find out about this found out about it because it's in the news, found out about it because their parents got upset. Somebody said, "What is an elementary schooler doing on Facebook?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, "That's a good point. The kids can't hear about it, but it's the parents that are upset."
Right. And I don't know, again, if he identified himself as a teacher on his profile or anything, but I can tell you the root issue that we go back to time and time again is not necessarily people speaking out on issues. It's people speaking out and disagreeing on issues. It's people not having the approved opinion on issues. And this is what seems to be highlighted in this case, unless I'm missing something. If I'm missing a portion of it, hit me up with a link that tells me more. There's not a lot of stories about it, but ABC7 had that one. And let's see if there's any more details in this. There's a lot of people talking about it online. A Chicago teacher is on administrative leave, facing calls to lose his job over this post. The post was made, and then activists in the community quickly began sharing it. So they posted this around. It still just says, "Go ICE." I still don't see anything about the original post that he commented on.
Moving forward when stuff like this happens, because it will happen again, that kind of information should be present, especially if you're an outlet reporting on something like this, that divisive. Then why not attach the comment or the original post that he commented on?
Sure.
Give more context. See where the nuance is, if there's any. I think more information would only benefit everybody.
I would not disagree. I would only say that my gut tells me if this was on a post about one of these people that was shot and killed by ICE, there is no way that that's not included in this argument. Okay? Like, there's no way. If people are trying to get this guy fired and stuff, and they're going forward to talk about this, they said it was just a Facebook group and he had made a post about this. There's no way that the people who are trying to take down this teacher wouldn't be forwarding the argument like, hey, he made this comment in a thread about somebody who was murdered. That seems like it would probably be included by them. But maybe I'm wrong on that. We'll see. All right, let's take one last break. When we come back, we'll do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and I'll try to defend this company if I have enough time. And today I learned, of course, to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show, because therapy is expensive. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Tuesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson, and we're gearing up for a cold day across Central Florida. We're expecting temperatures this morning to go from the 30s to only warm into the mid-50s for this afternoon, with a high of 55 in Orlando under mostly sunny skies. Tonight will turn cold once again, with temperatures likely staying right around or above freezing, a low of 34 tonight in Orlando, with tomorrow's highs right around the low 60s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
You can depend on Florida farmers. Our farm is where we live and work. It's where we raise our families and provide for yours. When you shop for Florida-grown fruits and vegetables, look for local. Choose Fresh from Florida, the homegrown brand of Florida farmers.
Folks, let me tell you about a company that does things the right way, and I think you will enjoy and support what they're doing, helping people like you out every day. It's Mills Air. If you have a problem with your air conditioner at your house, I get it. That can be scary. You could start freaking out. You could start panicking a little bit. But the best move is just to stay calm and call the experts. Mills Air is going to send a tech out that has had this problem before and fixed it many, many times. So they'll be honest with you. They'll be upfront about things with you, and they'll explain everything to you. It's very, very, very smart to reach out to Mills Air when you have a problem with your AC. Do it this way. 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at crushyard.com.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
we called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
They came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's Leaf Home.
Hello. Time to wrap everything up, folks. Time for you to rate the show. 10 out of 10 is a winner. I'll be watching your... Oh, I don't need to get today, Lauren. She got it for me already. Nice. Courtney W. Courtney W. Past Courtney hooked me up. It's time to rate the show. 10 out of 10 is a winner. It's a home run. We wheel it off to the Hall of Fame. 1 out of 10 goes to the dumpster. We kick it down the drain, and we never talk about it again. I'm not reading that rating. There's too many numbers. 10 out of 10, winner, chicken dinner. 9 out of 10 seconds left on the doomsday clock. 6 falling babies out of 10. Was it a falling baby or a tumbling baby? Those are the questions. Was it a falling baby or a tumbling baby? Very tough to say. All right, we're coming back. Let's wrap everything up. I'll fix Mega Chat tomorrow, everybody, all right?
Form that replaces them all. CRM, accounting, inventory, e-commerce, HR, fully integrated and easy to use, and built to grow with your business. Thousands have already made the switch. Why not you? Try Odoo for free at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Rasmussen University's mix of online and on-campus options means you can earn a degree from home or connect with others in person across 5 states. Wherever you are, your education moves with you. Learn more at rasmussen.edu. That's rasmussen.edu.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. Thank you if you're sharing the show at all today, or if you are just otherwise hanging out with us. Learn more about the show at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, back to wrap things up with some final input from everybody here. Before we go, is there anything else I have to work in? I think we're good on that. I did want to talk about at some point in time, there was this guy who worked for WINK television.
Wink.
And I think that is on the west coast of Florida, but double check.
Believe so, yeah.
WINK. Is it Sarasota? I don't know if it's Sarasota.
Southwest Florida. I'm not seeing.
Fort Myers is the license, yeah.
Okay, Fort Myers area. So there's this guy, and I had seen him on social media there before, and he worked for WINK, and his name was Matt DeVitt. You might have seen him too, because he was a meteorologist who had a Facebook page with over 1.2 million followers. Pretty popular weather guy on social media.
Did he do dances?
No.
Did he do raps? Or did he sneak in all of Taylor Swift's lyrics?
He posted a lot of news updates and weather updates. Well, almost exclusively weather, because he's a meteorologist. And they bounced him out of this station, right? So I guess they fired him off of this station. I don't have time to work his video in now. I'll save it for tomorrow. But I guess now the brutal thing is, they made him delete his Facebook page.
How can they make him do that?
Because
they didn't even make him do it. They made Meta do it.
Yeah, it says because it was
like a fan page.
It was a page, I believe, that he created whilst working for their TV station. So they were claiming ownership of the page, even though he thinks it's his page. And he's like, I was putting all the work into this. I was doing all this. And then I think he switched to the page to not say that he was from the television station afterwards. But I'll look into more of this. I know that he left the station not too long ago, because I remember seeing his initial post where he was like, I'm moving on to different territory. I'm happy for the time that I spent at the television station. I wasn't necessarily expecting that I was going to be let go, blah, 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 whatever. But it looks like they have tried to go after him and take away his social media pages.
And they shut it down, or just change the name and use all all those followers for something else?
Well, I'm trying to figure out. It says there's a lot of stories locally about this. Matt DeVitt's Wink Facebook page disappeared. What to know from the local news press.
They shut it down altogether.
I think they did. He's got his Twitter account still up. It seems like if they would delete the Facebook, that they would delete the Twitter too, unless he had that previously and didn't create it while he was working for them. The website is getting bombarded, I think, right now.
Are you on News Press?
I'm trying to get there, yeah.
Was Matt DeVitt's firing from Wink months in the making what to know? They have a lot of what to know pages. A lot of what to know articles.
Yet we know nothing.
It says the story takes a dramatic
Can anybody find toilet paper in Oklahoma? What to know?
Matt DeVitt's Wink page, that looks like the news source is just getting slammed. He was fired. He said it was a complete shock.
Watch, they're damn, firing people really gets us some traffic.
Now it's been elevated to the point where they had his Facebook page deleted. I'll put that on the list for tomorrow. We'll try to get into that, maybe reach out to him if we can, see what's going on with that particular issue.
They the GM said they don't comment on personnel matters, but he did feel compelled to address what he described as confusion and harassment directed at station employees following DeVitt's public statements. People harassing the station for what happened to this guy?
So he might be talking about how he's no longer with the station and that his fans are spilling over, it sounds like, onto the other station pages and making comments there. And they're upset that the TV station seems to be coming after him. I can tell you this is a legit worry. I'll tell you from my experience. About 8 years ago or something, I was doing my contract at iHeart. And at the time, it literally said in your contract that iHeartRadio owns all the social media pages that you create or operate during your time with the company. And the reason they have that in there is probably boilerplate. So if you work at like a top 40 station and you start a Facebook page and it was you who created it and not the station, they want to make sure the station maintains control over it even after you no longer work there. But for a lot of people, it was like, well, what if I'm operating under my own name and I'm doing my own social media presence? This doesn't seem fair like it would be yours. So I had to put specifically in my contract that I own the News Junkie on all these social media platforms and that iHeart does not have any rights to that content.
Yeah, they said that the thing that they actually cleared up in the memo when they're like, we don't usually talk about this, but Mr. DeVitt publicly said his termination was a complete shock, and that's inaccurate. Over the past year, Human Resources has met with him on multiple occasions regarding off-air conduct. He's received written warnings, was recently suspended, and acknowledged in writing that he understood continued vilations would result in termination.
Off-air conduct, I wonder if it involved the social media post?
Could have. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because like
You got written warnings.
That could be so many things. Oh, we should reach out to that dude. I'll reach out to him after the show. We'll see what happens. I think that's going to have to be about it for us today. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. I will defend that company tomorrow, I assure you. And I think you'll agree. I kicked the can down the road a little bit on that. I'll look for updates on all the stories, including that Chicago teacher, see if we can find any more details about that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right now, today I learned this drug right here.
Cocaine.
That's right. A 1995 World Health Organization study looked deeply into use of this drug, and they came up with this. Occasional use of this drug does not typically lead to severe or even minor physical or social problems. But it was never published because they had a reaction to it where people were like, whoa, it looks like you're supporting cocaine. What are you doing here? It was never published. The U.S., in fact, threatened to withdraw funding for the WHO when they came out with this.
Imagine being a part of that study.
One of the things it said was health problems from the use of legal substances, particularly alcohol and tobacco, are greater than health problems from cocaine use. And they didn't like how it kind of put a rosy
when they
picture
did this
on it.
study, were the people only using cocaine? I mean,
Sounds like they had a great time.
They said the problems associated with it are only for high dosage users, and they're very rare. No biggie, all good. Today I learned Calvin Coolidge. Might have heard of that guy.
President.
Calvin Coolidge slept 11 hours a night every night and had a 4-hour after lunch nap every single day.
What the hell? Slept most of his presidency.
He was a sleepy guy, I guess. And finally, today I learned this band right here.
Radiohead.
Damn it.
Radiohead is correct. Johnny Greenwood pretended to play keyboards when he joined the band Radiohead.
See, I did that.
He was miming on a powered-off instrument and learning the chords after studio sessions. He said at the time he didn't know how to play, but he wanted to just fake his way through it, and he was learning after they were performing. And his lead singer, Tom York, at the time says, I can't quite hear what you're doing, but I think you're adding a really interesting texture to the music. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time. Did you get that?
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.